tidbit no emrana unum se na wotwe mu nyina ye ka the campaign ye frɛ Arrive Alive na ene no fati ye nhwɛ the enforcement of campaign nyina de ye nyina no de ye kan nyina National Road Safety Authority ejumedie pamcho muntie ni yo National Road Safety Authority omujumedie se omobekɔ Ghana ha nyina
98.9
Ghana ha nyina enyo monko a omne ada agencies beti se Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority DVLA ena afin so Motor Traffic and Transport Department MTTD eno Ghana Police Service for adwumedie sa agencies nyina ena eso mo ka bomu na abrani nyina Arrive Alive campaign ya ka ho asemu omo na eso omutimi kɔ mpatamu Ghana ha ba bibia enu nti ba bia beku bia Ghana ha oba ko hu Road Safety Authority for ewo ho oba ko hu DVLA for ho sanso ena MTTD nso obehu omo ho omasede se abrani nyina omo bekɔ Ghana ha fa na nyina na omo aka road safety ehonsam road safety awareness no omo akirikiri mu kane no anka obehu se lorry stations ahoro sa dwumadie ekoso ewo ho na so ase sabrede road safety authority any DVLA any MTTD no ase omo adakakra enti ene ye ka se monsori esanse akwanhia no entwaaye akwanhia koso abrani nyina enti we de ene enkran keke ene ye hyemo nkran mudwumadi ese mudi yenka asemu nye na de ye ka nyina ne se vim ene energy na nka mode ye no ase yesusu se asa akofom kakra nti ye pamochewa ene de monsori National Road Safety Authority mpanifo monsori the oye director general akro ho lawyer Ibrahim Amaliba yes ono ena ewo ho sanso ena Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority DVLA ono so yenya ya damfo Julius na akui ena ewo ho sanso ena MTTD die jabe the news IGP na mebusa no na waka akire me die owo ho openia oda omano munkamum na yenye community engagement yenko communities ahoro se de na kan no etie no na yenko ye campaign no na yenka de ntia esesa wo de hyen esi kwan so a otimi san kofie biem na enye se okohia akwanhia na wakohre onkwa eno ene de ba se road safety tidbit ene anopai sabrede nana antwi bo siakon the news IGP atanase na otanase se dia na wonim se happy kasebo trokunkun no de edi kan no first sermon ene ode ba wonim se first sermon bia no se nyame asem no ensem no ekomu pa na no etimi ama wagina wona so na waso ogidie mu den sanso na kasebo yi ye de bro ena no pe yenkwai na news IGP atanase die yenkofa happy kasebo
na kasebo no die pa na wo pe wo ho
no craft no kasebo no ade a me pe wo ho pa enti 12 mitie 6 mitie any say tambia na mo shaate no mitie mo news ni via and some na mo bedi kan aka no 12 o'clock no sana other stations na beka enti the manager hu ne say mu yidi yen e ma ye hu nkomo koso no and sana other stations na beka the chatro kura manager hu ne say presenters no in fact you are very good nemo mo ma ye hu weni
Shano enya abo Ghana Adishamo Bibiana Ache. Wakwaba Sokokra Eba Eliji Fi Happy. Ediakro watchi a tripo and crow casafidi eso emraso se ene yawada. June Busunda Tosu enum wa fimpimienu ene edionum. And somehow do a equaso ewo ma konkro Ghana and some yen central for pebie hunufo. Akok pebie ehuno kwatebeka so entrefia kwakote. No ma beka samu fo samu kroji enfum so bia eni ho no ene anope yanyi simano aduenu we na yenso mo se happy twa konkron kasia bo we ayede dikanti ene eye first sermon ensma odu na anope yede baba sumo no ene mpanifo se pe be hunu nti ene ye chechire buante ene okwa be fontinta kese so happyghana.com happyghana.com ensma odu a wo baba tiri de nenda wo beti na yagucheni na potoka semu edi aguwa numu a wada no abetumi enya bi akenkana wanya mu entiase nanso anu akre ho ewo Facebook anim ngoma no so eno ye happy 98.9 FM wada no maba Facebook no eso na wa like page no edi ama mu wi a na wami ase no ato apete se de bia no bi obabi nso obenya kasebo ebi atie na wanya bi so ahwe uwi a waje nkyere no esan se se bia no wa se ba find form ya se honam ene kronti wa kwanya pa se obeje wadwe nkyere no edi ato amemre pam no empelfo beje bracken kani na edi amaw ene anopai ensema odro edi ba besumwo no de obetie ebi ena edidi swing ene eyade MPP amanyokuo no ene eduogina pre ye mra se bedwa konya edmomo ewa Blekumanov mami ekwafie di atodwa chimze hwe se empelfo o madwe pa sa Blekumanov abato e ba betu ne biemu pa dia enya dia obeti ase de biarada na waswafo no na hwe ahodeni ensamo eso no nyamfo John Ginapo ne nei ode atudwa ekyerem sa petroleum levy ebi mfere na dumsor levy wan Ghana no ebeboa pa amya hodeni hu nsmetima fa ne ntuma pefra enti de Ghana for ma na wa atu na ye de ne bekyeremu ewo abikosmanu emu opposition leader ne aba betodwa wo sentansa odro empanifo de abonu ntina me admo October bosu abato a Cote d'Ivoire man eba beto no empanifo yi ni din edi afire mu nsem ewo kaseboyi emu abuso so odro ka yenim ho enana anope yaji simano aduenu a ye ba beso mo se happy twa konkron kasebo ene anope okenkanfo a mesomwo na masomo esum hey eyemi nana entry buosiako wisama bontia from the news IGP another pay say wutie efrasha odomo kwankwanu ase mantwa anase wafia mu memwache emu akwaba afegibre na etie kasebo no enkyeremu yesha nsam no asa na yesha ase edi freedom kuma ewo mrahye bidwafie na busuafo beka ya fimpimienu ene eduenu na Ghana ma konkro ya bato ekoye na yeko simpie su koyi mrahye bedwafo ena afimampani a obedi animu emfie ene Ghana fokoto abade mo wura John Dramani Mahama Gonja de konkro se nei emfie na edi animu na emedi o mayanim no ontoto ne yamase de be ya ene ma betumi afa ne ntoma pa edi efra no ene abato mpeso bebre wonu mo ne ho akwakoya asempa ezanse mrahye bedwa konya no na eho dare no enya asam ketwa enya eku omo na hwe Ghana ya abato so eye EC Electoral Commission ebo modern ne police for komonto aba no mebrenu a etumi kenkaye ne die omo na ewo mrahye bedwafo na enso bia ba akọ eho asam na kwa akoye so ofasi na ntikura sabio umie ye ne ya wa amia so asabio ne kuro ni tu eya Blekumanov abato no besi de ye kase enya ade o manfo mo ewa Blekumanov ewo mrahye bedwani na emperiso ka to pa se ekura enihne no ene na ekuru na jija esanse ekuru ni nitira ebede parents pa atumi akoso enunti enura dai eyade amase bedwafo tituni dom kuma no ene yeye yenko ebo omomadia ekopie mu ewo Ghana police dom no atrekese a ewo enkrabumpuri mantamu ere krata tentente akoma police dom no sahene owura ye Christian tete yohonu se ne wonhwen na woni Electoral Commission no enkom ntoma ma no se de be ya Ablekuma abato ne yekenkaye ne yehu ne puma sibre no omo atumi akenka ne yehumra se bedwani a obegyina mu ede ama omanfo no na nipo gyina dom kuma no anamu kasa ye eyura Frank ano dompre ɛna ɔde ato dwa na ɔkyim sɛ deɛ ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ Ablekumanof no etietia afi apem ahankro ɛne aduokro mienu amamra constitution paa sɛ abatɔ mpɛhwɛ wɔ hɔ na ɔmo nimra hyɛ badwani na sɛ bi mpuntuo bɛyɛ de mpo ɛna akɔso wɔ hɔ ɛnti nei ɔmo sɛ prosesfoɔ ɛna electoral commission so ɔmo nkɔmɔ ntoma mo anoe na Ablekumanof abatɔ afim pimenu ɛne aduonu nan yɛkɔkɔto yɛ nei ɛsinse wie mu a biribi asom no yɛntumi nkenkan na yɛnya mmra hyɛ badwani ɛwɔ Ablekumanof.
The Ablekumanof constituency stands out as a shocking exception. Ladies and gentlemen, since December 2024, the parliamentary results have not been declared, thereby denying the people of Ablekumanof their rights to representation under the 1992 Constitution. This is without precedent in the Fourth Republic and constitutes a serious blot on our democratic record. Under Ghana's electoral framework, the Election Security Task Force, chaired by the respected Inspector General of Police, is responsible for security during the entire electoral process, including the collation of results. Yet, in this instance, the task force abdicated its duty as a critical moment.
Any auti ye ora Frank ano dompre wa bra dom kuma mrase je fede krata koma polisi dom ne sign so won hwen na Ablekumanof abato ne ne aka wiim ne mpanfo hwenkenkan ni na enya mrase bedwani ewo Ablekumanof na sansam kronwa emu afimpinu ene edunu na obi ogina ye epre mrase bedwa kunya no edema eye MPP amanyoko no ewo Ablekumanof eye maame akua afiye na ononso egopie mu ehobia mu na komontoma ba no de krata no ekoma Ghana polisi dom no sahne owura Christian tete yohonu na ehɔ ne yebusa maame akua fiye se nei o hese de Ablekumanof abato ne ho nchi wasew na obi ante ne ho ase ndi se manyoko no pese omchesom na adi mu nkunim ena MPP so pese omchesom na adi hu nkunim ena omtwea so ne beso sa amaman na tesit ha etinkebe yi a na sa kobasa electoral commission se o ene enkrata wo dokra bia sebe yehu ena se de nchiwahye aba no ene bosumanim so yakɔ ne mprensa entinka Ablekumanof abato yenkonkoto bio sere bia nke betuma sa kenkan no foforo na ene Ablekumanof yakan ba ko yakan mienu yakan miensa kanya kobe enum yensa hu ne puma sibre ne ebusa maame akua fie se na maame se kobasa nei electoral commission na sa Ghana mpanifo ko kase Ablekumanof abato yensa nkɔ kenkan ne bie mu a obeyana.
If you won, would you say they should rerun? If you were the one who won, will you say they should rerun? You know the King Solomon issue. We won the election hands down. And so there isn't going to be any rerun. We have the pin sheet. We have every evidence. We've collated with their agent throughout 6 times. And this is where we are. So if you were the one who won, will you suggest there should be a rerun?
And also at you. If you are the one who won, you see very run. Oh, 2000 Kurman Kabaka Ablekumanof a Bensan Cotton Bimu na. And to another, you said that you when you had the Betuni Bio, Esa some pink sheet a hold winning na dear dance here. Ablekumanof about on the dear, and your no mammy a queer free year. Any MPP was Suko Krukama Yukuno, and Omudi Munkunim, Jen was electoral commission pa. Sabat one the ensign kind of a fro. Now, what the Munkunimi, Yemoni Dean, and 2 Silegun so. Esan se ni sira na ben no no so entumi enko mrase bedwafie awuye fra Ablekumanof nsemu na yamfie ni enchemu ewo ensemfofro mu en na no ebrada June bosu de troso emienu ena mrase bedwafo kwa asetena ene ekwaje mra efe no petroleum levy di tu mu anei ene wo kwa kotofa ngonu a ene 1 liter bia obetua so 1 Ghana cedi for your pocket na sasemi ba ye na Ghana fo aka wasempa one was too much to one of the kill and tria so I can imagine then you kill and tria. As I said, they 2 hours day to find go sono. And ya de bebo ment, they penifotio moon betria pempa. And ya de Ghana for betria. Na sansemi ena enkane mampeni abediachiri. Olokronwa na fimpi nu ene adunu nan ekura franka. Edema MP was to kokru manyoko mechon munyam for Dr. Mamadou Bawumia. Wabra wakwane na ase aprobo wo mfimfiri mantem no de atodwa no otim se ye NDC for na magwo mu anim asese ye wabra no mote park na chieso opposition eto aboba park no so saa se MPP aban na enye e no mo de to ahodo egu Ghana fokum e de levy e ba ne ade entom na mo ba eto mo fa ba kokora amfa ma na enso ne ne ehwe so mo de eye dumsor levy se de omo frɛ no e de eba no o kire mo se ne eye petroleum levy ya bebi no afrɛ no dumsor levy ya abai so kwakoto fango 1 liter no a eno betua 1 Ghana cedi for your pocket o kwakoto 1000 liters de ya ne na otiate ene 83 Ghana cedis ena obetua o cho sa de toto sa levy no NDC fo sunya bo ho dawuru no ma MPP4 abato mu di mu nchokura no a ene so kwa send this ka be 1000 Ghana cedis a watua ya 10 cedi en turu toto dumsor levy no ho de a ene ye mo be enwotwe o chem se ne ma sa de ye kono de to na hodo no afi ne beba na ogide na resemu pa se nkosi afimpimienu ene aduonu wotwe de na Ghana for esu e de fre MPP4 so momra no momagie en
NDC for omutwa ntro bebre every day obiehu ntro omutwa enra na yo sembo nyina mo omudi dumsor levy aba dumsor levy so first no mo si e-levy na yedi aba omobeyi e-levy no omobeyi ene omudi dumsor levy aba. It is 8 times the e-levy. Omonsu suan yo. And then uto 1 liter of petrol 1 cedi na ubetua. Uto 1,000 cedis of petrol ubetua 83 cedis. 83 cedis as tax. E-levy no usende obi 1,000 momwa ubetua 10 cedis. Omo and then umbetua for 1,000 ubetua 83 cedis for fuel. We nimina more beba. By the time yebe do 2028 no Ghana nyina be hu se umutwa ntro bebre mimi gidi se umube kan kire yen se yensa amba biom embafa aban no ensiesie Ghana.
Eni awuti ye eye kane mampani abedi e kiro no kro na afimpimienu eni adunu na ekura franka him yesa nkure kosi smachi edema MPP osuru kokroko amanyoko no Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia ni mfimfi mantamu na ase aprobo okoye eno de sanse ya tudwo se enchekura Ghana fo bisu afrumusu ato nsa de frame piama se ye MPP mro momra maji yen esanse twawdo ni sa aban Mahamada no de babeto ye so ne de afeni ekomu eba bebu pa na sansam kronwa emu eye petroleum levy adodo na freno dumsor levy a se ne Ghana fo bebri no a ene twaba aban se ne ya ekomu asabio eku abo akototo anu apese so ene ekom ne pressure ma kura kwakọ no mo kra no fo no sa ekom ne bi ene eku Ghana fo ye hu ne puma sibra sa de dumsor levy ba betu ekom de ene nya de betua ezan se mo aye kura na eno so afọ na hwa hoode ni esam so eno onmunyamfo John Ginapo ede atodwa na ochim se hwe Ghana fo nyantobo ase pa ade no de nyese bi akoto beku ma ne akoto de beku Ghana fo ne mabaya transa ya nhyehyɛ pa ehunu sɛ ya mfa saa petroleum levy ya ma wa hwe ya hoode ni ho nsam no ebeto apia manyam kada ne ya hwe ya na nsentem de ebebu na ni pre sɛ be kuro bi so baifo ebeduma so sa na dwuboja ente ne mpanifore sa petroleum levy eba ene wan kada for your pocket ye ba betua o che sa bro mbefa abenwa ye ba betena so no na nka fango no ene 1 liter na 16 Ghana cedi na enso ni aba abomode a ede aba 13 Ghana cedi na so da aba 13 Ghana cedis na so de 1 Ghana to so de amawa sabi wani bo na tesi so ene Ghana for yemfa ne sa o che sa bro na nka wo 16 Ghana cedis no ena buy this petroleum levy eba ye de a akebeka sa buy trimu odin ente ne wo che sa petroleum levy beboa ama boye tuma ye seseye ama fango wo nsema tumi akoye manyina ma hode ye gina so ente ne owura John Ginapo te Ghana for se ye nintum se de be ya enyema be koyi e de amaye.
Sensitive government will not slap a tax when fuel is 16 cedi. No, you couldn't have imposed that tax around that time when fuel was still very high. And so you needed to work to bring fuel down to this level and share the gains with Ghanaians. At that time, if we had increased it, you can imagine the impact on Ghanaians. But today, the net effect is that you are still having a reduction of 3 cedi on a liter of fuel.
Enti aden de atitri si de fuse de wan sa ba beka ho a se ne nkanu anu no chimpe no a eni a oti ye eyo so afo na hwa ho de ni nsam so no munyamfo John Ginapo ɛne wɔkyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm deɛ nti a ɛwɔ sɛ dumsor levy no Ghanafoɔ yɛtua yɛmfiri saa nsɛm no mu nkɔ nsɛm foforɔ mu ɛnɛ yi mpanimfoɔ mo ɛna ɛda Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana no ɛna ɔmo ɛka kyɛ Ghana aban a Ghana ma mpanin John Dramani Mahama da no paa sɛ ɛyɛ ade a contract a ɛda Ghana Revenue Authority ɛna afei Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited etwa ntiafra no SML ntɛm no aban hwɛ na ontwam tintontan sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɛde mpuntuo ɛbɛbɔ ɔman mu ɔmo kyerɛ mu sɛ mmerɛ bi a atwa mu ne Forte Statefoɔ nhwɛmu ɔmo de ba yɛ di adanseɛ paa sɛ sika twitwi di a aban etua ma SML no ɛnyɛ ade ɛboa na ɛnɛ Importers and Exporters Association kyerɛ mu sɛ bosumi bia SML ɛgye sika ɛso 1.43 million Ghana cedis a ɔmo kyerɛ mu sɛ sika ebetum de asi school dan ebetum de asi asopɛtere ebetum de ayɛ kwantene ɔmo sra ban sɛ contract bia ɛda GR ntɛm ɛne SML ntɛm bia aban hwɛn na ontwam sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛboa wɔn a ɔde nneɛma ɛkɔ ama no ne ɛne ɔmo kra nneɛma ɛde ba ɔman mu ɛnyinaa
yɛahaw no sɛ contract a aban dada no ɛde ma SML yɛfrɛ mo Strategic Mobilization Limited sɛ aban dada no ɔmo ma mo contract sɛ ɔmo ntimi monitor mfango no a yɛde kɔ filling stations ɛkɔtɔn sɛ transport owners no ɔmo lori ɔmo trucks no de kɔ yɛ filling stations anaasɛ ngono a ɛwɔ bus ɛna yɛyi yɛtwe firim ɛde kɔ no contract no sɛ ɔmo ntimi monitor na make sure say aban ntimi lose revenue so that sɛ OMS oil marketing companies no ɔmo tɔ wi a the liters dodo na ɔmo bɛtɔ no ɔmo ntimi nka sɛ yɛatɔ 1 million liters na yɛaba bɛka kyerɛ aban sɛ yɛtɔ only 100,000 liters
ɛnti ɛpɛnifoɔ sɛ asɛmpa tia afutuom de ama aban sɛ ɔhwɛ na ɔntwam yɛnkɔ nsɛm foforɔ mu ɛnansɛntɛm ɛna Office of the Special Prosecutor ɛne ɔtabiri ɛnkane twerɛtwerɛfoɔ ɛma Interministerial Committee on Legal Mine owura Charles Bisiu ɛna afei ɛyɛ owura Thomas Andi Owusu ɛdɔm kɔ gyina kɔɔto sɛ ntansa wodo ɛkata sɛ dwumdi kankan ne prɛ bɔ ɔmo ho paa nti pɛnifoɔ nhwɛ na ɔnka bi ɛmfa ma ɔmo na ne nyinaa no ɛne sɛ Special Prosecutor kyerɛ mu a January ɛne February bosumi ɛwɔ afimpinu ɛne edu ɛnkromuo ɛna owura Thomas Andi Owusu yi ɛna ɔkɔkɔ yɛ between na paa ɛma owura bi ɛfrɛ no Benjamin Ejapon ɛma Charles Bisiu hwehwɛ yɛ sensan krataa ɛma yɛma Benjamin Ejapon tumi krataa ɔde betumi atu fuma gudia ne nam kɔ apasoɔ na wabrɛ no ada High Court wɔn ka purimantam mu kɔ asetena ahyɛ sɛ owura ɛyɛ Thomas Andi Owusu a ɔyɛ MPP amanyokuo no ne fa ɛwɔ asantemantam mu titrani owura Chema Wuntumi ne ni papa ɛne ɔbɛn ne paa ɛne owura no court de ntansa wodo abɔ no a yɛsɛ odi ho fɔ paa na ɛnatemu ɛbaeɛ ɛkyerɛm sɛ owura Thomas Andi Owusu ɔmɛtua sika ɛsom 6,000 Ghana cedis ɛno ɛyɛ ntansa wodo ɛde abɔ no 500 penalty unit ɔbɛtua afei sika ɛsom 200,000 Ghana cedis ɔba bɛtua ɛde ama ɔman a ne nyinaa no ɛyɛ ntansa wodo ɛde abɔ no a ɔboayɛ ɛma dwumdie katasɛhyɛ prɔyɛ ne kankan ɛkɔ so saa abrɛ no emu afia nkonko wie kasebɔ no ɛwɔ nkrɔfoɔ aman so yi na Nyankopɔn yɛ adom a October bosome ɛyɛ ade a Ivy Kosima no ɛbɛkɔ simpie so akɔto aba na opposition leader ɛyɛ owura ɛyɛ Tijani Tiam ɛne aba bɛto dwa sɛ mpanifo yi ne din ɛde afiri nkrata emu ne nyinaa no ɛne sɛ osusu sɛ okuta dual citizenship ɛne French kakra wɔ ne mu ansa no sɛ Cote d'Ivoire ni ɛmmoa Cote d'Ivoire fɔmmerante ne mpanifo yi ne din ɛde afrim abusuan nsɛm ahodoɔ ka yɛnim ho ɛnɛnɛ anɔpɛ yi yɛba ɛbɛsom wɔn mpanifo sɛ dodoɔ akonya baakofoɔ ntumi ntra so nkyɛnti aha ɛna kasɛbɔ ne nyinaa yɛde esie ɛnɛ anɔpɛ yi nsɛm ahodoɔ a woteyɛ ebi ɛne sɛ ɛyɛ ade a ɛne yi MPP amanyɔkuo no ɛde krataa kɔ akɔma ɛyɛ IGP sɛ abirikuma na ɔfa batoɔ no yɛnhwɛ na yɛnsa ɛnkenkan bio ɔsɔfoɔ na hwɛ ahoɔden ne nsɛm so ne di atodwa kyɛm sɛ dumsor levy wan Ghana no deɛ Ghana fɛ mo yɛ homɔden paa ne yɛntwie san sɛ bɛboa ama Ghana nneɛma atumi akɔyie ɛde ama yɛn ɛnɛ anɔpɛ yi ɔkenkanfo a mesom wɔ na mesom ɛsom pɛ yi ɛyɛ me Nana Entwi Busiako. Ushama Bonta from the news. IGP. Now, me so me for happy birthday and check see Emma Eda George entry and then anopay and check see pa enko and for my happy case ba so near ya and atentene Eda George entry happy birthday enko and for Emma. None of pay ma do say ama mo anything background.
So person otin samwe bo twiko bremai ewo my kronkron Ghana mu enyompa enim pensem mu etaso a ene da bia for kasa fidie ne to happy 98.9 FM na tie the happy morning show efri anopa no nsia ekopem nonkron efri juada ekopem efiada the happy morning show, we are your morning companion. Anamonto bia utu ye no wo de kire me kwan so na mpo wa akonya so obeko nanso wotena ase emame enije ne sere ya wo de maame no wo de maame bra na me hia ne kese papa ye hero me papa ma ho odene so o papa ye papa kora ono nko na hwe wo ana se o wo papa bi e wo abrabo mu a wodomo ebo a wo ginaye se wo papa ye hero kire ye die ntia your voice note fafa 0538 591 314 na kire yen ene Ghana fo nyina die ntia o papa eye wo hero kayo sedabia die nasem bedimu a Ghana fo beji atomu no ye wa kyede a na wotwe wieye sa onya kro no ebetumi anya
bi fafa ye hero esanse
we eye omre so betumi ato asasemi so Happy FM's Papa Ye Hero, celebrating extraordinary fathers this Father's Day.
And we patch a piano abo home. Yanko fa a yam. Headlines on the various newspapers in Imbro. Yabesha say with Yankopon Asem now for the Chronicle at Tuaso amount.
Yankopon Asem and a Proverbs chapter 17 verse 10. Proverbs 17 verse 10. A word of protest goes deeper into one who has sense than 100 blows into a foolish man. Wow. A word of protest goes deeper into one who has sense than 100 blows into a foolish man. MPs protest at police headquarters, demand security for EC to declare Ablekuma not parliamentary results. Inti enrei yewaha fati ye sorry free jumedi wanchebia ena yehu se ene minority MPs are ewo Ghana's parliament aso so monsa nene we are the new patriotic party, we are the new the elephant ene omoto ye kutekute omonsa ni nyina ne se omokohia IGP Christian tete yonu ena omoka chen se opani as IGP no per our electoral laws no election security task force no ona oye chair. In fact o predecessor ono na chair ye enti enei waba inherited the oye nyina enti papa enei de pe omrantie ne omaba wani bi omu gina omo na so omo beti abopa omo ko ablekuma no ofo ha ni nyina ne se parliamentary resource no ewo ho enei yendi yato aba na wi 7th December 2024 yendi client hwei na yendi declare fati no wonder say ablekuma north municipal no enya de omo wo MC besi nei ni nyina nse yetimi chibi mu kura hye dem ne ato omo punum 3 days na omo hye ho omo se hwe mo na mo se mo nto aba man ene mo so enimu bedi pa eno ensem we nyina ene kan oma minority ekopie mu ewo IGP aso ye enrai sanso ena Mohammed's magic inflation tramples to 18.4%. lowest since February 2022. Yes, and inflation no fati from pa inflation cost papa between 2021 ABC 2022 dear inflation na was about 18.4. Government statistician Dr. Alhassan Idrisu and Odessa and Samuel nyina abetudwa. NACOC transfers seized cannabis from Volta region to Accra. Obekaya fati me ka kire wo se emrantie bi se omo de cannabis bi fa black Volta ne so. Na omo de go koro mu a na go koro no mu a no ne omo twine kakran. Omo duru ya kasa omo be ya na NACOC for any police for say hey dey na omo si ho omo nuane a omo pese omo de kona omo de koma omo busiafo ne ade na omo say nuane be na omo si ho ye ntimi omoduane kono say boto no nuane body ana say ye menke na omo gina ya tomo ana say ye banche na omo gina ho eburo ne wo mu ana say ye mu na omo gina na omo say na emu mieso crofwe la passer omo kwa na omo aba na omo aba ene omo bieso ayei sa ye yen ene wi pa bi ni akire pa ne wo mu na omo say chese de mo ye wa hadi mumbrai ene omo chi wo manei sa cannabis ni nyina no boni ni nyina no omo di free voter region ba be pie mu e won kran ha na fate wo hwese de omo ahihye ne kama pa ba no akikire ke nkrofo beton for arrange over illegal transportation of cocoa beans from Tepa to Accra. Yes, nipa mako and 9. The accused Kofi Boateng, a driver, said Kwabena Bafo, also a driver, and a driver's mate, Joseph Yakubu, and a Sabrin so Amponsa Paul, ye, mi ame papa Amponsa Paul. And two charges and a dear bomb. Nina and Samoko Viaco and Omudigu Kamwa free tapa cano Omudigu free tapa de bank line and ya charge omo pa court no Omuko Piemu our court 30th May 2025 no our dome na Dome market wa vati Dome market o omo di piemu akwa na through a tip off no na Patrick Okansi a principal service officer Edema Cocoa board bomo any car no registration number GN 8967-7 na afin so AS 4066-21 any nyina ye chi womo a ene omo load 159 and afin so second car so 198 bags of cocoa beans na enkrofo insuradio Dome market na ye chi womo a ene de court akire se yensan fa momra court biem na ye hwehwe omusemu na ebubo omode a ene ye de womo kogu aban kukumu pa case no ya journey to year 23rd July 2025 intishane so sa famame administrator allegedly defraud logistic coordinator of 281,880 Ghana cedis actually ye papa. My focus is on jobs, food security, infrastructure way Dr. Brandy Champon ni pidgin ni fati oboa ni pidgin no kire se we feel it pa ora Brandy Champon ni video no na otiwo pa na obo pidgi pa na oka ekrem no se some me boys me boys boy party masumwa asalam dan ha obi piemu a me di dwumadi wa ha my minister my MP me businessman ene mi bai me ba bie nyuma pa na Ghana for enye bi aye Kumawu MP donate mathematical set to BC candidate offers free career guidance ene so himself ati next Monday ena BC for no omo hyase yes eno ena Kumawu MP oko ena say so mu behia maset ene nneɛma hora akɔmɔ mu bi paa. Police arrest 4 persons for peddling in narcotic substance ɛno nso ɛwɔ ha yɛbɔ so yɛnkɔ alatai a spare hike from PDP now we Tom Fred Fish ɛna ɔka saa nsɛm yi o Mukawa flat declare environmental emergency we HOMEF to government. Defense minister links Boko Haram resurgence to Sahel crisis nti ɛno nso nsɛm a ɛba naira continuous appreciation against dollar fati cedi no appreciate ye no naira ne nso saa ɛna ɛkɔ nti ɛyɛ papa wei nsɛm a
ka cho momunto mo microphone mo Nigeria wi a onto momunto mo
ni nyina ne say Nigerian's currency the naira continue to gain against the dollar across official and foreign
me capital no Mr. Boatin onti oba no de mamia answer me konti omunto mo bo
Mr. Boatin so about oba weekend
okay
oba weekend no yes Mr. Boatin ba weekend we the chronicle
yemfa daybreak and to aso emma daybreak anyone no pay stories abenya any MP's charge on IGP over Ablekuma North result. Now say the MPs omu exercise power and yasem kitu akra. Baumia slums NDC Mahama defends petroleum levy, tax on liter of fuel, 3 cedis 35 pesos. No ewaha. Gold board plans gold village. Inti ene ejuma no boy papa. Eventually no yen na eba akwaje license because the whole aye de papa obi ba mewie.
Oh, the other buyer. For the citizen and Twaswe apologize to Asantehene or suffer a year despondently. We a year Kevin Taylor and Etiwa West DCE Joint Task Force arrest 10 illegal miners. Yes, a year papa. Yen Tanaho Emma Etiwa Forest, no. Monseno enti DCE chichiwomo nyina banner headline Mahama loses fight against land looting. Maslock CEO begins southern sector tour. We air the citizen.
May the daily graphic air to us so amount. 1 Ghana city energy sector levy to tackle $3.7 billion debt. Finance Minister Ena Ekanye. Inflation drops to 2-year low. Government statistician advises households, entities to limit discretionary spending. 3,319.66 kg substance tests positive for cocaine. NIB said to destroy exhibit worth over 350 million. Hey! And can you pay your them? Can you akasisem? Hey! Anka body as you see about come say weekend make auto body almost 340 cedis. Can on to body who asem bia o because $350 million there or the body heading. Yen to us so amount. Government won't interfere with corruption cases. President John Dramani Mahama and all this assurances na aba saso and politics, accountability, transparency in Ghana and also our page 21. Public sector nurses strike cripples healthcare delivery and also our hanum. June 4 uprising. Let's not repeat mistakes of NPP. Guzitano and Eka. GCB Bank to make banking accessible to faith-based organizations. Livestock prices drop ahead of aid. Relief for buyers, woes for traders in Tamale. Sasso and Putin feels he must respond to Ukraine's drone attacks. South African politicians sagged over visit to fugitive pastor. Other stories, Albania Ewa paper nimu as a court okays Andrew Owusu's 200,000 cedi restitution agreement. Medicine prices drop by 15%. And also Abba. Nyantechi legends spark hope with prison football project. And also ewo ahanuma ubetumi enye bi akan. Kenyan author prosecuted for writing book about president's daughter. And also ewo hanuma ubetumi enye bi akan. Other stories albenya ewo eye paper nimu essay LGBTQ plus rights second coming. And also a questioner omu ebisa ewaha. Inflation drops to 2-year low. Government statistician advises households, entities to limit discretionary spending. And also ewo ahanum. Other stories albenya ewo paper nimu say win-win for Turaku cattle market traders, patrons. And nyina ewo hanuma. Anope ufa daily graphica. Ubetumi enye bi na wakain.
Yemfa Daily Democrat and Twaso ene anopay nothing but the truth. Na menchia eye editor edema the Daily Democrat mia minia penny eye Emmanuel Opare Jan mechiao ene anopay tension in UMAT over animal farm management style. Eno eye school pon huasem ena ye ken. Nothing can stop President Mahama from leaving a legacy. We Ajia Miriam ana Mariama Jifa Muhammad ena oka say asemi or ye convener edema the voice of the nation, ena oka sa ensemu yo esi edun ketia defense reputation as 20 million cedi case resumes June 18. Inti anonso enono Jamwa Royals reject Alhaji Abuba Kam's land ownership claim. Haruna Idrisu decries sexual exploitation in hiring. Inti anonso ensemo ewaha yeka ehon asem ediamao. Gold Board CEO calls for equitable mineral wealth sharing and responsible mining. Ora Sami Jemfi ehon asem ena yekan gunmen killed as police stop highway robbery. Enti ubehu the picture of the IGP ewa ha yeka ehon ensem ediama we fati the Daily Democrat page Printers Devil page 5 hwi ni ho page 5 hwe ni ho ewo ho security forces seize weapons excavators in Galamsey raid. Tianonso ensem a Kosopa Ghana UAE partner to establish innovation and technology hub. We Ura Samuel Nete George on the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation. Wasam ena kan TVET is a first choice, not a backup. Education Minister reaffirms at committee inauguration. Enti no or see here and they TVET no and yes we nya baby a ene ye do ko TVET wo debi kra ade a say kan first choice say wan kasa unyo pepa say me pese me ko me ko school na me ko dia me ko technical and vocation. Enti eno enso no Haruna tax Gtech to regulate IGF spending. No enso no Gtech me pacho Gtech ho asem ena ye kan. Other stories are Obenya Chairman Untumi released by Yoko after meeting bail condition. Hey, when so there real Parijan where there sanka di now. Government imposes temporary fishing ban in Elembele after fish disease outbreak. Enedia yesuko piemu ewo Elembela yarewa enam yarewa bi esi ho. Fati enam yarewa bi esi ho into Ministry of Fisheries and Aquaculture Development. Enedia omo impose a temporary ban ewo ho a statement na nrai na statement no every ministry no ebaye nyina chiremu chire se esan se yarewa esinti no ene omo de ban atoso a yarewa no ekọ na omo ye nhwemu ewie a afi omo bebie na bibia aye kama pa. MP welcomes scholarship children for civic education visit and also nsemo a koso a ye ka we teachers and students of Apapem Presby Basic School Apapem Basic School. They visited Ghana's parliament, no, and MP or a year a Buakwa Saf, Honorable Kingsley Ajiman, and then Owie no on a school for a trans or parliament na any or church romo said a bayer now monso so almost per se almost ba a year parliament to be a bear to so no ebedi juma to say the odia na any almost so mufa omadisiano seriously pa eno eyen semwa MP no eka echiromo President Mahama on track we okufu Anand the third ena ononso ede ensem we ede by IDEC demands immediate termination of SML contract site with and redundancy what is say na news mono yede bro the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana and wasem ena ye can we the Daily Democrat and anopay
the Inquisitor hiding of Moyo Clinic letter can done within as OSP monitors him. Don't sell state assets. Top politician Dr. Forson to new Senate board chaired by Osaberima and Sasasreku and also Ewahanum. Happy Eid to all Muslims. Napo ena ode eye enchiakesia pa abre omo. Saso ena align central government DACF project to avoid waste. Martin Ejay Kosa to government and also Ewo Ahanum. Government to periodically review energy sector levy. Energy Minister Eneka. National Security warns Axel Wade Station staff against extortion and corruption. Ghana losing huge potential by inadequate women representation in politics. Swiss envoy B Ena Eka. Other stories I said not rejects government plan to extend free SHS to private schools. I am under investigation by NIB. Dr. Opoku Prempe reveals his quiet invitations. Sasso Ena NS Addison's home raid was lawful and warranted. Interior Minister Ena Akasa Asemwe. Don't sell state assets to politicians. And also Ewa Hanum. Other stories Albania essay. Yuwa Bridge collapse threatens BEC candidate participation. Ghana takes steps towards aluminium-led industrialization with new GIADEC board. Ghana's FDA boss appointed head of African Medicines Agency. Government to establish TVET fund to tackle skills gap. Harry Nedrisu, Anna Akani Ninano Ofa, the Inquisitor, Ubenye B. Akain.
Mepacho, yemfa the overseer and twaswe, the overseer no, and some ewumupa reliability and fairness into an answer credibility and fairness and no ena yebo mudin na stories are obehuno CD gains would absorb impact of energy levy we Dr. Ato Forson Ghana for to sample and okan wasi o CD na ejina ne na so no enei energy levy your friend e levy oto fuel 1 liter obetua 1 CD no or say sa CD gain no ebema Ghana for ye ho ahenhan kakra or say ebema ye ho ahenhan Ghana's FDA boss appointed head of African Medicine Agency of African Union entifati we asem depa Madam Delasi Mimi Dako and as first Director General of the African Medicine Agency AMA and election was confirmed on June 4th until 2025 at the second ordinary session of the Conference of State Parties in Kigali, Rwanda. And as I jumedi ekoswa ene ubehu say on front page ubehu say on Ghana health minister sanso and foreign affairs minister mumfoni ewa ha after the elections na omo mani trinkwa yie papa pa yasem de pa NEP CEO offers lifeline to June 3rd disaster survivors into anonso enono Orua Eric Ejay ene ne de June 3rd survivors no okay ya dwumadi see ye asasem ni see ye no 10 years ago say time no na fati gina ne naso no ya bayiwa pa otisia enya sem enye na aja ni kotodwe aye mre otrase kakra say time ogira ne naso pa na ensuo topa na wa hye ne kambu na any report you twa me gina ba me hwe ni says din samre no gina naso akomko emenei atuntwa ho enu nti na news for no mo ba no mo ye shakara sa na ohwe mu se ya me hwe mu se ya me say fati minority marches in protest over undeclared Ablikuma North election results eno so ensem a ya bomu free nura news so oteye untumis aid convicted in Galamsey fraud case fined 200,000 Ghana cedis eno Thomas Andy Owusu ho asem na ye kan ene de OSP wanya conviction back OSP horegeseja nura asem no ba court na am sorry kura no mo issue who statement da hwia kai gwe ska ye de akọ pa ontimi nya convictions no me nwa pa me nwa small scale mining tops Ghana's gold export we gold board CEO ora Sami Jemfi ho asem na ye kan na other stories obe ho the overseer mu no poultry business losing its lucrativeness we market queen and odessa and some way the aba government calls for reliable data ahead of the 2025 business survey and also Ghana signs MOU to extend Jubilee and Tein oil fields license to 2040 into a year upstream and as a downstream petroleum sector ho asem na can you na other stories obehu entertainment mu no can promise headlines 26 TGMA night on June 6 into anonso no artist of the year for the year Telecel Ghana Music Awards and Friday unim se ochina holiday na jumedie bi ebekoso a ono ene all headline pa na sa jumedie no ebekoso ewo okay odie afamani so kakra why healing the past may not make you happy. Hey, Fati. Why healing the past may not make you happy. Hey, article bia obi atro. Hey, na Fati we there. Na see enim say so healing from the past ya. Enu timi ema bibia ekoyie e de ma. Fati especially say eja wenya a pass a year a marriage and I say a relationship cry na enye say utimi eko counseling mu na ye churchro utimi ko therapy na uba you are supposed to heal but article say why healing the past may not make you happy enti no enso ensem a ewa ha ye kan Japan promises to support a year Volvo a year bridge a year project and also our government releases over 987 million CD to a year DACF and no a year finance minister and this and some to a year parliament Jordan Ayew opens up on decision to leave Crystal Palace for Leicester City after relegation. Unim say ofri Crystal Palace eno kopie mu ewo Leicester. Ene Leicester ye relegate omo eno enasi Fati ni sweetheart baako. Fati sweetheart. Unim say Fati no ayufo ni nyina efri abedi ɛkɔ Jordan ɛkɔ Andre ɔmo nyinaa ɛyɛ ne sweetheart ɛne ne team ɛkɔ relegation ɛwɔ championship no mu na ɛno ne yɛkɔbusaa ne sɛ na captain ɛyɛ na ofiri ɛyɛ Leicester Crystal Palace ɛkɔpie mu ɛwɔ Leicester yi ɛna si o ɛyɛ coach na ɔwɔ hɔ no Steve Cooper nadamfo paa nti ɔfrɛ no sɛ ɔmra na ɔmɛboa no na ɛsɛ ɔkɔ na ɔkɔ boa no ɛno ɛna ne yi team yi ɛkɔ relegation ɛwɔ hɔ wei ɛyɛ the overseer ɛnɛ anɔpɛ yi.
My final paper the Hawk newspaper. Brian 62 million cedi ends governor's 7-day jail. Bua cheers IGP's hard-hitting Galamsey fight. Gold game over. One buyer, one law, no escape. And also Wahanum. SAC GCAA directors appointed December 10. Hanum. June 3rd disaster, 10 years on. NPA sworn to safety. And also Hanuma. Anope ubetimi enyebi akan. Other stories Obenya Ewaha. It's a government plans new polytechnic in every region to tackle skills gap, says Education Minister. Man falls from 26-story cocoa house in Ibadan as police launch investigation. M23 rebels executed 21 civilians in Goma, says Human Rights Watch. Uganda's BRICS pivot. Russia rises as Kampala's new strategic partner. And also air war Ahanum. Government releases 1 billion cedis to MMDAs as Dr. Forson outlines spending priorities. And also air war Ahanum. Basintale degree claim rubbished Legon Ross. And also Ewaha. We've lost our voice. Ex-NPP MP blasts parties poll showing in Parliament. Dr. Nyama says NPP MPs can't match NDC brains in the House, and it's getting. And also Ewahanum. Mahama slams abuse of Exim Bank funds, vows to prioritize real exporters. Polygamy is masculine energy in motion, in man and beast alike. Text CUB and Eka way. Combating the menace of fake certificates in Ghana, the role of tertiary institutions and appointing authorities. And also Ewo Ahanoma, Ubetumi Enyebi Akaim. Other stories, Ese Ken Oforiata wanted worldwide, but Japan says leave him alone. NPP is totally disorganized. Kamaldeen says party failed Wuntumi. And also Ewaha. Meta shares surge on AI hopes, boosting Zuckerberg's worth by $8 billion. Tesla backs EU slump with sales surge in Norway amid zero emission push. Experts urge Africa to upscale in AI as continent races to catch up in tech revolution. Caught at last. Robber, Okra, jailed 18 years. They are friend Nkrumah. Yes, Nkrumah terrorize Upper West. Sa eventually need Nkrumah nature amayachino. Ye jailing no. Trial depends on 49 trial deepens in 49 million cyber defense fraud case as key witnesses testify. Sasso and Imani's Bryce Simmons seeks court admissions in defamation case against Ibrahim Mahama. When you know stories are not paying over the hawker ubetumi enyebi akan yanko happyghana.com na yemfa stories I wo honum so emre wa no pay ukopie mu wo honum a ubetumi enyebi akan. There will be no rerun in Ablekuma North. I won the election fair and square. MPP's Equia Efriye and Eka. NDC's dumsor levy is 8 times more than the MPP's e-levy. Dr. Baumia and Eka. Sasso and Latvia elected as non-permanent member of UN Security Council. Woon to me to appear before Iyoko today over fraud and money laundering. Today in Ndra. Data calls we would fix the mess of the past 8 years. Sam George and Ekeka. CD will remain stable and strong at Forson. And a minority MPs petition police over delay in Ablekuma North election result. Nti saa ɛna saa stories we nyinaa no. Uko ekopie mu wɔ Happy Ghana obenye bi akan. Withdraw dumsor levy AIES to government. And also ɛwɔ hanom. Labour Minister inaugurates National Workplace Inspection and Compliance Task Force. Dr. Rashid Pelpo leads Ghanaian delegation and co-chairs at ILO conference in Geneva. Inti we nyina ɛyɛ stories anope ukopie mu ɛwɔ happyghana.com. Ubetumi enye bi akan ɛwɔ honom. Emraso say yebeko akofa ɛyɛ social media trends no abrel anope. But before that no munim sene ɛyɛ ne dada.
Debia ma eti on nketel nezo but in timizo. Debi ma ebazun or record. Ono na abana man. Obana man no ni wia am so wo dey etim.
Ajish adiato many mami si many ofasa many mi dem peba hero me pemenkani na ye hwani o prisoner ni o si have na police for yan kobio na de tamu da ne de hwe se wani Ebayampo, see heavy there is no ninth or prisoner any debia or tisumo who cania or this on toli, Odon Sakana no one what to say boboli, Shakwaso no one poli, a beleze, what in a crop for Nibiki Casamo Shana one cabi, near Kanka heaven no mona moon could be. A higher choir who min casapi, my min trasumanumu bon, my rima money could be.
Emraso say yebeko abefo ntentan kese ne so na yede dia etwego ewo ho no amanfo dodo na eka ho asem ebrel na yebetumi e the social media trends na brewa na eye Bristol na aboayen Bristol asheda akodwam akodesign eye product bia wo use a ensure eye wo safety sa so na eye very reliable ni nyina efa electrical connections eho enti say eye fie na wusie say eye office na wo building say eye industrial space eye shop a wusie ni nyina no ukodwom a wo so pe Bristol Electronics Bristol ewo enyoma bi eti say MCBs main switches very 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 high quality and no eboa ema wo power distribution no very efficient ema power ni bi pepe mfefa ho ba bia boso me beso ye do light bill bro na wo tientie mu sa so na wo durable distribution boxes and also ewo hanoma it secures all your connections sa so na mo wide range of switches and sockets the ope bia no wo Bristol ubenye bi ato enti wo kroma wo se me pacho me dan me sie me shop me ye me pe Bristol product pe choose Bristol Electronics for all your electrical needs. Bristol, powering your world safely and efficiently. Yantua social media trends no afi de yemfa emrel eja omusi omu ura bayere season mu enti nka ye ba bete de enso bare omu defeat echi ma ebe bare no akobongolate pragia tell mo kai pragia ne ka bi skills are no mu yi wo kwan ho enti mi ni se skills yi bi ko so a na mu nim cars akese ade a omu ye wo kwan so ye pushi pragya ene ne driver na we minga say rider because pragya na say a moto akwa share a year gatem ama barrier naka.
Happy FM.
I hope say a
98.9.
year nipa ya not pragya mu and I say bia nanka pragya na is work because sani aya no obe pra ye papa nti we hope say ne ho eye hey asemo okay almost pragya guy no or survive ye yankopon age no papa na ukọ eye social media ne so a sani ade no ekoye ye no eyo amanfo wonwa se pragya no eda so tinkwam pragya na ngasa da so tinkwam ena nipa na oka pragya no so no so tinkwam ye de rade ase because anko be nyam no kra comment no enie X essay how the pragya guy survive and no a question na obisa ena Alvin so essay I think he jumped into a man for kasa bia driver no ohuri efi pragya no mu ai bone essay where the driver is fighting or something eye ne wawa with Alvin say danyamia sipa na jain tokwa no say to say so my work you dey spoil like that. With Alvin, see you people they worry, bro. You all forgo some driving school for Pragya because so and a fan of Mercy essay. The Pragya driver should read the inscription in front of the car and do as it says. Intisa and etia anopeno yakwa kofa eye enusu mfoni. Uko happy eye 98.9 FM ewo Facebook and also ubehu videos nibi na wait to me ashe. Yantwa so na yemfa other trends no embrel ene anopeye de aba nyina ene se ukopie mu ewo eye abefo ntintan kese no so a omwatumi akofa eye minority leader Sahin Alexander Afenyo Marking nani abre oka na asema ehia no honorable say na dan na parliament ha no mo pese mo de politics ewura ha yenim say ye politicians there nanso eye anuama bi wo ho a staff of parliament mo nya politicians mo ye civil servants mo ye adwuma enti nuama bi wo ho no ma ema mo for politics embo for mu hu emfa nya adwuma no adente na majority leader sorry na okasa na mo de atu nanim say dejwa na obi e hwe nanim ya yeti he kra TV bubo ha ye hu majority leader nim Feely, clear. Na me sorry sa me kasa. Na last year me kwa koto shoe ni me fe. But no mo se me size na we kakra na me se still mo fa me. Because last year obi bakra kope mpaboato yi. O chinya sa na onya bi. Enti okonya ba ku bi na esoma ne kakra na o si o still obeje. Ba ona bodien de na esoma ne kakra. Enti odo kwotena chamber no mo ye debate na fe ni nan ya ne ya. Wahu. Ni nan ya ne ya no si o. Mami nye jamba ukra ye shua ye yi 9 film na ye 9 konkon ho enti minyi kakra na mfra manfa me ho na kama ma isi honorable yi ni shoe me hwe honorable na ho so akọ pa so honorable aye pedicure min twanto wo na obi ehu bi na wakwa akotwa me 9 na ekasa wa abra me ye debate na se me yi me mpabo kakra wo de kama na akọ table na se eyi mi na ho ama obi ehu me pedicure amaye aden me na wo ye fenti am se fatu wi ase na obi anhwe bi e na honorable say there be sa de ya wo ye enye mon kasa nkyere mo Clark wo ne o cameraman nkasa obi be kasa cameramans wo ne o mon kasa and na honorable in fact ne ni anje ade a cameraman ye ho honorable gusu akasa na cameraman no eyi camera na fi honorable enim na ode ne nam baby chese cameraman why mu de muntie honorable asema okaye.
We in this chamber, we are politicians. The clerks at table, they are not. So when we are doing our politics, we do our politics. I'm happy the clerk has just entered. The cameramen, when the majority leader was on his feet, they are only focusing on him. If a cameraman would deliberately take, when I've taken my leg out of my shoe, Mr. Jetro, let your cameraman know that if they want to play politics with a camera, we will not take kindly to it. Yes, Mr. Speaker, if they would now be taking our our legs. Why is it that when he goes to the majority leader, he's only focusing on the upper part of his body? If the cameraman will be doing partisan politics, then he must be in caution. Mr. Speaker, I had momentarily taken my legs off my shoe. Then he zoomed the camera down to take it. Mr. Speaker, I will speak on some of these things because today it may be me, tomorrow it may be you. It is not right because I was in pain and I removed my legs from my shoe. How come I'm debating? You decided to only zoom down. Mr. Speaker, we should. It's me. Mr. Speaker, why? No. Mr. Speaker, I will speak to it. If we do not check some of these things, tomorrow they will deliberately zoom on your phone and spy on what you are reading. They must be told that they should do their work professionally.
Honorable, and I would say, and can say, and then I'm yana me him in pub work a crabby and time from man from now, and no here. I bra make us, me guswa make us. Oh, Nakamama, Yasama papa king. Was sign 8 such a camera, nanny, papa, nanny, me you just mean him, they are no patchy. Come on, man, Ubeshe ye, honum. Comment no any 10 mils essay. Why would Honorable remove his shoes in Parliament? So Anna Dominic essay. All jokes aside, this man is really making Parliament interesting. So Anna a creative vision essay. Wow. Mufsa essay, please. Where is the video in question? Dakon essay, man is speaking fact. Papa Rule say, hey, Honorable will attack and eventually attack air conditions for not functioning well.
Happy FM.
Sasso Anna a year black benefit. I say honestly, I don't like this man sometimes in how he deals with issues. But as a cameraman or anyone in that profession, you don't take pictures or videos that will discriminate that person. You could be sued for that. As photographers and videographers, we need to be careful how to approach such images. Ekia Susanna say, why is it so funny to me? I am Lati. I say, hey, Afenyo. Hey, Afenyo. Hey, Afenyo. Sano no eka. Saso Anna, Anna baby. I say, hey, Ghana, the most beautiful country in the world. Tofik, see, even cameramen are getting some now. Opposition is hard though. Saso Anna, Chef Def. I say, when some George's phone was zoomed and edited, did Afenyo complain about it? And also, Ewo Hanum, Mr. Kwesi, I say, in fact, Afenyo is actually making Parliament the job rough. And also, Ewo Ha. Jefferson, I say, I'm sure Afenyo Markins is a last born. Sir, and also, Aircam. Now, fitness, but with all honesty, an honorable member of the House is right. Why zoom on his feet? Come on. Inti sa, and etia comment, no, and mede abrewi. Na, if you want them, dear, na make I will say, ye tranium ama obia no owo abemu. Enyom no title yoko. Enti se na wo abemu a ene wonyom nie. Enyom no so trend de papa. Sisi ane de. Ade a ye request ama all the honorables. Ene omo ana omo wo aban mu. Me pamucho. Muma yentie enyum kakra. Na afi yemfa comment no ento aso.
Hello, how you doing? We want you in our station. We just wanna ask you a question. Are you legalized or you faking? You see, your heart is beating, cause you know what you have done. But before you do run away, I just wanna let you know, say you can run, no. But you can hide, you can run, no. Iyoko pachoma nashi wo. Iyoko Iyoko Iyoko
Meba.
Iyoko yeah, Baba, what Iyoko, yeah, Baba, hello, how you doing? We want you in our station. We just wanna ask you a question. Are you legalized or you faking? You see, your heart is beating, cause you know what you have done. But before you do run away, I just wanna let you know, say you can run, no. But you can hide, you can run, no. Iyoko pachoma nashi wo. Iyoko Iyoko
Happy FM. Happy FM. Happy FM.
Enti enyum na yetwa no na wote ye no comment no eni tepeki esi so all these people are allowed to vote do esi asempa ni saso na nana op esi this country pa Laila esi we gave them power and also wo hanum na comment ni dodo bebre na ne de sere yanko a na omode ato ase enti sa na etia comment no na me de abrel no social media trends no so na me de abrel no answer na ye de ebesi no menka wo said Bristol na eboa yen ema ye de year 20 ebrewo Bristol a design product abedwa so I provide safety and reliability as far as your electrical connections are concerned. Say here for fear office and our industrial space. With Bristol, no, you enjoy high quality MCBs, main switches for efficient air power distribution. More durable distribution boxes for secure connections. They also have a wide range of switches and sockets to suit your needs. And you don't settle for inferior electrical solutions. Choose Bristol Electronics for all your electrical needs. Bristol, powering your world safely and efficiently. Yeba enchebia yede eye diaka nyina ebeto so ama anope ewo happy morning show no so ewo happy 98.9 FM. Your WhatsApp line no 0594051145 0594051145 wo bibia obetimi akotra to honum sa so na ye live ewo Facebook utumi ekoja o comment ewo honum pacha odu won so a na wa share live no ama others nso enye bi a share anopay ye other social media handles no Instagram happy 98.9 sa so na ye wo X and so happy 98.9 FM TikTok happy Kasiebo any happy 98.9 FM.
There's a very special one. The first time Professor Mills sent Bafuboni of blessed memory and a team to come and tell me that he wanted me to be his running mate. And at that time, I had made my plans to leave politics. So my response was, no, I won't do it. So later he sent Atu Ahoy and Totobi Kwachi and Kwamina to come and ask me to accept to be his running mate. Again, I said no. And so one day I was in Accra, I got a call. It says, Otumfo wants you in Malaysia. Who am I to refuse? So I got up and went. And when I went, I said, hey, only I say, Professor Bill say, but yeah, nabe de chain, nabe de vice president, I will say there be. Hey, oh boy. He says, when your country calls you, you can't refuse. He says, I was sitting in London somewhere, and my kingdom called me to come and be with Otumfo. I think I don't want to enjoy the free life that I had to do it, so you cannot refuse. So he said, okay, I'm going to South Africa. I'm going to meet President Mills. When I come to Accra, I want your response, because I promised him I'll bring a response. So when the Otumfo came to Accra, When Otumfuo makes a request, who are you to refuse? So when he came to Accra, I went to him and he said, yes, have you made up your mind? And I said, yes, I've made my mind, but tell Professor Mills I'll do it for only one term. And Nana said, even if you do it for only one day, we'll accept it. The rest is history. And so it was instrumental in me becoming Professor Mills' running mate. And of course, we went on to win that election, and everything else is history. So, Your Majesty, thank you very much. And I appreciate your friendship.
So, Pesa Otinsam will both you call Bremai. Ewo my Kronkanamo. Enyompa. Enim pensem mu etasumua. Enye debia. For Casa Fidiene to Happy 98.9 FM. Netie the Happy Morning Show. Efri anopanonsia. Ekopim non kron. Efri juada. Ekopim fiada. The Happy Morning Show. We are your morning companion.
New Kivo hot pepper powder. Loco shoe. This advert is FDA approved.
Etoda, wo kontimi do champagne pa. Nanso, usike kura wo no. Na ye juice ene betumi ato. So pese wo kura mre kura sika. Na udwumadi a wudie, won mo wonim dwumadi no. Etimi dima wo ewo bra bode emfidie a esefata edi dwuma ne dia. Ene ha ho kura. Isanze E-Productions. Ya be sort you out. Frey. So open studio and production equipment rental. Emfidie a ye di twa sene ahodo nyina no. Ye betumi dibia famo. Corporate and social videography. Se wudu dwumabie a wo pese otwe egun homa so. Frey. TV commercials, se wo ton niema na pese amanfo ehunu e wa kasamfoni so. Frey. Documentaries, frey. Photography, any live streaming, se wo twamfoni kama pa. Anaze wo di dwumabie na pese brekro no mu a obi biara etimi hunu. Frey. Why nyom na pese oye nyom no ho akasamfoni a. Frey. Jingle, IVR, any voiceover production, Frey, short and long film, Frey. Yetete phone humanie 0242 755 323 ana 0302 254 858 ana se hwie kira kwan yewo Asylum Down ye ben Happy 98.9 FM. E-Productions, capture the moment. So pesa Otinsam will both you call Bremai. Ewo my Kronkanamo. Enyompa. Enim pensem mu etasumua. Enye debia. For Casa Fidiene to Happy 98.9 FM. Netie the Happy Morning Show. Efri anopanonsia. Ekopim non kron. Efri juada. Ekopim fiada. The Happy Morning Show. We are your morning companion.
Saso ena Osaka krebi egunsuo mu a. Epuro ho say sa. Emma with the senior ma omre. Ebo no so eda form enti wo disika keto abi to a. Sani aketo abi na o hie enti no echema o kama. Me pacho omo sheda ede eye multi enzyme stain removing formula asha Jamal detergent powder mu. Enti no wo de atare aye fin pa. Especially about time. Enkolai ko di agroyo mu hu fin sa. Wo de fa eye Jamal detergent powder gun so na fa atare nunum. Na fesi wo kakra bi. Wo beba no na eye multi enzyme stain removing formula na ye adwuma ni nyina. Enti wo pusa ne ketwa bi na we wie. Me pa che wo kodwoma age Jamal detergent powder wine. It will make you enjoy your washing experience. It will crumb bebre. And to the shop be an also Jamal a year washing powder. Jamal, your partner for clean clothes. Yeah, the heat no air called Nima. Nima Market, 14th June 2025. And upon 9 o'clock. Heat, no, yeah, then heat. Yeah, Solar Food Fest 2025 heat. Yeah, they brown. Ya share a year preliminary na say. Yeah, the first one no echo kaswa. Na ye nika papa. Competition no call kama. Sesi ano ye de eba Nima market. Me pacho tie din ya me buboy se uzongo ka ho a. Nima zongo. Mama obi zongo. Ashaiman zongo and Madina zongo. Me pacho say abo zongo din dia. And the 14th June 2025. And Tinefie. Bepiemu wa Nima market. Na bebo woji uzongo so. Sene ebe ya mbetwe nya hoden aye aduane no acheche nnuama yie. Na ye judges ni tesi o maka say we aduane ye de. Na wufi aba Nima market abehwe zongo a year competition, cooking competition. Zongo aduane aye no. Eno aye Sala Food Fest 2025 Happy FM's Interzongo cooking competition. No? Now you stand a chance so benya hampers akese dia kofie. I am not talking about hampers for a year competitors, no. Wo na ujina baby a wo hwe bi no. Ubesi enya akwenya enya hamper emunuama say bebre. Tasty tom any fried to ahihye ne kama. No san wo kofi omo ka asa wo ko eye shopping. No more one that say no nye ska bebre yi wo hia akode nyoma bebre yi. Me pa cha ya che de. Enti na fie 14th June 2025. Ewa abra Nima zongo, Mama obi zongo, Ashama zongo and Madina zongo. EDC ni ewo Interzongo cooking competition Sala Food Fest 2025 anymore. Sala Fest 2025 is not just a cooking contest. It's a celebration of Zongo unity and flavor. Come chill and win exciting prizes from our sponsors Tasty Tom and Frito. Me pacha wo pa semi hu ent biatia. Wo be 0244143994. 0244143994. Happy FM nimdie. Happy FM any day nkwa. Me no ka say na se wonto yom herbal lotion e wo fia. And I mean their train. Yom herbal lotion, you need to treat it like first aid. Automatically, your first aid box a wolf, you know. You should have Yom herbal lotion. Akwala ko dia grow bana we pra. When you open wound, would the Yom herbal lotion extra swan. A crony be fast. Opening wo fie de bia ni koto dwani mu nechi ne ha. Would the Yom herbal lotion extra baby or see a yana na ebeti if you was say. Obi wo ha de bia also when ya abdominal cramps. Obi wo ha de bia ni ti ye ya say jen. All bright say ni sika sape na when ya tipaye. Enti ne pe Yom herbal lotion ati ho amano. Uko sweetie ho no ma ewo front desk wa esi ho. All bright ni aka sanity and yapa na yedi bia sra so amano. Who neck pain? Unya a fractured bone augustu a healing. You have pain from stroke, pain from arthritis, migraine, any pain bia. Yom herbal lotion ebeboa. It's a topical herbal medicine for external use. Wonam neni ene yedesrasra. Me pacho obi baby say na Yom herbal lotion ya den nko na ewo munti a. Etumi eyi eye pain if you was ano. Me pacho Yom herbal lotion ewo herbal compounds. What the potency of offering a year relief from stress. Would to be cry at the year general body massage. Yes, and a nipa ne efi massage table ne so no. Asa akola foforo. Ye din so she dware na twetwe no. Ne ho aye ni say from order obeda say. Me pacho yom herbal lotion benye bi e wo pharmacies ne herbal shops. Ewie. No pia bonti na we feel refreshed and invigorated. Now for the skin no ato so kama ye de to say obi a wasre nkun. Na skin na ya moton kama. Na se sa ada na nipa na ndware 2 times ah. Fresh o you so na complain mama. Me say a live soap we hu ema amanfo enjoy bathing edware. Enu nte na me ne otu njia say. So be pay edware ato a live soap man. A live soap is affordable. It's who call your ma wutumi to for at once. Ubenya nyoma bi to say MCBs, main switches, distribution boxes for secure connection, any efficient power distribution. Also, and omo a wide range of switches, any socket. Ebeb wow ama wo electrical solutions ni na akwa kama ama. And who call your ma also open Bristol Electronics eno ena obeto eno ena ebebwa Bristol, powering your world safely and efficiently. Enti sa ena etie ewo honom na anopeminka wo say your conversation no mienu eno a share conversation na say efa 1 Ghana cedi aban ede eto fango eso no eno no aban hwe say eka yede ewo electricity over $3 billion ewo Ghana ha eka na nye neka ada ho ache papa omo pese omo hwe na omo ti efi ho na se omo betumi ati efi ho no e na omo se Ghana fo obia otwika bia no anase obia oyusu fa ngo edi ni dwuma bia no ukoto later ba ku bia ewo se utumi etua ho 1 Ghana cedi. Enti 1 cedi no ena ye ba begegea na eja aban edi raise funds na yetumi aboa ama ye electricity generation no akoyie na obi enya kanea se ne be ya dumsor etu ebetwa na sa levy ebi mo efre no dumsor levy omutwa ne tie efre no D levy ena ebi no so efre no petroleum levy. Enti sa enetie eno ye che nkomo na se na ye tie emanfo ano say na levy ebeboa nie because Ghana for the tax na ebu efu ya mpese ye tua enti ye kra na ye koka ya mamuyi levy efi ho edi bi campaign ni ade nyina na afa ye ni age se eja betting tax ye jai levy ye efi ho na afa no ye de 1 Ghana cedi aba behemu a na ye koya na say ye baye ena na manfo edi hu abobo. In fact former vice president na abreso ye di levy baye ba ka say enkofu edi sisada ne ye na yo Ghana fo na ono ohwemu a tamu nim so ye economist ohwemu a levy na nka eja for every 100 cedis ubetua 1 is it 1 Ghana and not 10 cedis 1 cedi. For every 100 cedis, 1 cedi. After there, osmusu wuja for buyer. For every 12 cedis, utia 1. And 100 cedis bear saying. Net say who ko 10 no. And not see Debbie. The uncle fu aye enko ye. Amount for do na share my opinions. Ebi musu ka say na ya the taxes na then any de be mbuntu djuma. This particular one, it is for a particular purpose. Say for electricity, intino, moma engine too. And run a pay expert, and your matching como, or mokacha say, Ned yet, or more ebe ready am I intino. Ye bet was and common so. Na obi badi and they took our pie and then, and I mean so, meneno actually say, NTNTR, I have found a year say, a buying ebenyasike free. Nasa me fan impo say, ye taxes me enu efi ho na ye de ba ko aba so at least still one is off ana obi ba wo how ne saying
me de say enra the semicano but how the 1 cedi on every liter of fuel said the generate obviously it's not a popular decision. And I know say it's difficult for this government, and rightly so. Even the president admitted, say is though harsh, but see But the questioner and Crawford Busa, and even before Meko question and Crawford Busano, Yati Kopek for our much say look, this levy government Edia Bay. They are shooting themselves in the foot. And we know Kopek, and we know the Ebano sector ya kan ho asem ya omo nimdie ewo ho pa and dwumadia omudi wo ho no clearly ekire say look eniema sa live no enye ade a even the government na e propose no kra no to omo no ebeboa omo. So look, yesidum so is to said the beya ye di beyi dum so free ho fati.
Yeah, say see ano.
But
it's end ho why $3.7 billion almost share say be ye fi apart from mekano say na wo ka say ekano ye bogu so still. And we also need an additional $1.2 billion ebeboama ye dey procure essential fuel for thermal air power generation no. Intino levy ye dey abey aban hwe say levy no ebetumi over a year the period no etumi generate additional $5.7 billion in revenue annually na eno no e dey address nti ebetumi anya a year 5.7 billion cedis annually within a few years no we should be able to clear the a year $3.7 billion no if you na yenya ensesa over 1 billion.
Okay, Fatih. Okay, General. So between 2016 and 2025,
Happy FM 98.
Esla no generate 2 billion cedis. Sa no if entimi and solve sa debt na wo sector hona.
Obibe 2 billion cedis is not
29 billion cedis.
So what got 29 billion?
Make between according to government figures no Esla fund no between 2016 and 2025 it generate 29 billion cedis. If sika no entimi and solve sa problems are a sector ho and stabilize sector na additional 1 cedi na be remedy situation.
Na dollar nin do 10. Se see a dollar na do 10 no and I will say a pray and when I clear sa can if you
O pepe
ho na ye di city kitu e bi na betu ya kwa clear.
O pepe ho e di akọ clear den ye free because see the is we'll go back to inefficiencies ye kan ho asem de bia no. All the time the average Ghanaian all the time the average Ghanaian is subject to hardship because of enkrofo anyomo dwuma yi. Eniema akoso ewo ECG a yenyina yenim de deda no enei yenchi obia o yenfre obia yemusa obia hwe but the average Ghanaian sebio obia wato ne taxi bi wabrea ato ebia taxi nimpo wakoje no se eye work and pay na oye sa onipa no ene yebebeden no. Meanwhile there's somebody sitting in a fully furnished office, air condition, a boguni so de bia. All what the responsibility. Say obeshe, say all these inefficiencies ni nyina no, you be ye free hono. So nipa no wanye na dwuma. Yen kan ne hwe. Ye musa ne hwe. Look, President Nankasa admitted said the decision is tough and difficult. How can a idea yet tough and difficult be necessary, Fatih? No, I wonder why the president admits say Adina Oyeno is difficult and it's tough, but still necessary. How? If it's necessary, why say budget? Minister Nedubai and I make provision for that. Adiana president describe it as necessary. Enfati. So clearly no. Already no, there's some levies even on this petroleum product already. There are some levies ewo. And they all Sunday one Ghana cedi otoya. Na waje what yeah. One tuya on tofu on, that's what it means. So when you say tuya 1 cedi no on every liter, what you are is saying is say me yes me tuya dia and unti any me car no me park it. Say o park o car na.
No. In this situation, it's not a matter of so Uber park o car. Uber park online so park o car na one ante. Because
Uber car, yes.
Drivers no so no mo feel say mother dan ma yakoti few yakoti your first.
Yes, first.
And yes. Until ebia they will revert. Until you will pay indirectly.
So
somewhat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, send here the wood to yadia ebia. You
will pay
Obefukano.
One for car crana. You will pay through a year goods.
Yes.
Because almost I reverted back to old first. Almost I do so because a lorry fare. I then and you know every Ghanaian eventually will pay some.
Every Ghanaian, yes. And no one some American say yes sir is the ordinary Ghanaian no. Ena ye bedin no. Fati. See. The ye kenyina ne say Nanka say finance minister no make provision of Saudi we in his budget. But umejina parliament now men now say tax ye free ho we abolish not 3 months down the line or the 1 cedi ababishim. And per players all sector hono the omo kenyina ne say the moment government eyi 11 free ho na no obepe avenue be to raise revenue to show up the budget no. Because fati say sika we 1 cedi ayeji cost straight into the consolidated fund. Say really say energy sector ena yeji ekane oho ne edi kotua anka there will be a special purpose vehicle yeji ska we beko ho sa 1 Ghana cedi fati enko esla account no mu eko consolidated fund no enye nyina nim the consolidated fund no the oye spender of the consolidated fund is the finance minister. And it's a minister no minister of energy ska akọ to eye fuel or finance minister ho na akọ jiska no. So what it means is that it's really not about dumsor. But say you see dumsor kure ni ho. How many times a minister for energy and green transition can say there's no dumsor.
But if you don't do
so if there's no dumsor, why are we living dumsor?
If we don't do anything, then there will be. That is for me. That is what they are saying. What am I saying?
You see, this 1 cedi no, enye dumsor asembia. No, enye dumsor asembia, enye energy sector dey bia. We should just say it that minister no, finance minister no, enye ska, ohia revenue, or person generating revenue. Now person generating revenue, enye GR for na gwa akojije eto no mo dey abro. Now dey finance or budget. Obeji Ghana for 1 cedi in the name of say energy sector levy amendment bill 2025. Now the ababeje 1 Ghana cedi. You see, we should be truthful to the Ghanaians. Say already no catch the Ghana for say already no budget na me kan no me de 95 pesos bi to petroleum prices so. No Ghana for no ye hu. Or the budget obekan budget ye hu. Now say 95 pesos there. Ye hu sa enti ande anya hwe ukra o de ye hu kra anya hwe. Eni what Sunday 1 cedi aba beto so a ende me to ya enti wo enye se waton wo kai ya.
I'm free.
Enye se waton wo kai ya. Ka ni bo already na wuntwi dida ka no na esifie na enya dia na oka e na wo de ton. So atiase ti ni nyina ne eye cedi na ene yesi ya chi na gina ho against the dollar no. Enu enti na minister ni hieska. You see no say dollar no. You see asema ye kan ovati cedi na ya chi na gina ho no. E won implications o.
Obviously.
E won implications. Sabri se ohia sika bebree eno ena minister no aye na dwendwen a enei anaju dasuom. Yes, anaju dasuom. Now ordinary Ghanaian na oba be bear the brand of sadie we no wokoye ade na anaju wan kan kire no wan kan kire obia drivers see there because of your juma ayenti drivers are enei wo mo ate eye first so eni ya ubehu say by next week ya they will go back to the ministry say hey mate mo de one city aba beto so mo so mo ma yete first so nti enei won hwa proposal mo de be kono 15% na mo te so na mo de be 30% ene be kwa kotis because see ah wo de ahoma aba be so wa okon ade na wo ye no eni 2 weeks impo omo implementing ye impo omo nya omo no omo su ade na wa ma ye no kro omo su omo nya ni 2 weeks wasan de one city aba beto so kai say commercial drivers fati otofuo anopa na watobi anwumere wo ofaka na watogum opon a wasan togum enti yemfa ne se anopa oto anopa no okodwuma no ofa ne kaa enokoto ebia 50 liters no watua ahe 50 liters a obetua 50 cedis right enwumere osan koto 50 liters a na wasan kotua 50 cedis enti 100 liters no watua 100 Ghana cedis. That's difficult, Fatty. That's very difficult. So what I say, and is this decision is obviously unpopular. And Fatty say, what social media if you can't justify a deal with the other Kenyan so Ghana for the mumwa na yenina yentua na dumisona e dia kwhyem no enye no correct. You have to be truthful to the people.
I think that you are not understanding the situation.
You see, it's not a matter of understanding.
Do we need to clear the debt? Yes. Do we need to, as we are clearing the debt, have extra money that we are using to improve on electricity supply? Yes.
One city win, enkotua enye sa debt ne dey call clear.
Oh,
because
so
one city way, yes, one city way consolidated fund in and your consolidated fund sika and your ditua energy sector a year debt. Eslano, hono, and medical catcher say, Gov't or Ministry of Finance na data, say between 2016 and 2025, first quarter 2025, 29 billion a year cedis. And another fund in say if 29 billion ain't mean to ya.
Now 29 billion is not 3 billion. Don't forget, say, who was a city no dollar ma 29 billion no and do.
T and let me quote Asamoah, the CEO Edema a year Kopek Duncan Amoa. How are we thank you, Benya Duncan Ewaha and Ano Pay? Or say the imposition of one cedi fuel tax risk shooting the government in the foot. Mr. Amoa rightly identified the levy as potential counterproductive.
For me, I have two issues. Number one, and I think that the gains that Moka say no, Oma Maya coin as Ghanaians, Amaya enjoy gains, because if dollar bafom and we are hoping say nyoma eso better tene adiama ye ho ahanye kakra for a while na say immediately no ya ntwen sa while no immediately no ye the new tax aba ebe ya cross board because we know a trickling effect eventually no ebe kan bia no na mo dia aba then what's the point of jubilating over the fact to say dollar bafom ntino nyoma ebe ko form again experts. And I want to believe, said the people who sat down to come up with this idea, no, almost all the experts are omokasa efa a year economy home, petroleum home, electricity near no. They have come to say this is not the panacea to a year power generation problems.
Yes.
And that is what they are saying. Say, Opa, go and get 100 on the ceiling. Nafa begu Ghana ha. Nafa bitweti akane ade. If inefficiencies na ewo ho no yensi ano kwan a ye cause zero. And I believe say energy no we are directing it at the wrong side. Baby I was say directing energy kono. Enya ho na ye direct ko. And no ayesa you have a bottomless pit and you will keep dropping money in, no OD sir, and we are still where we are. That is where I have a problem. If they were doing it alongside, say inefficiencies, no, you are fighting it. Now we need money, now a better level la. Now say we are starting a fresh sort of and one only be understandable. But money is not really the problem of ebano electricity in Sensama or Ghana.
And one issue a COPEC erezi and say the issue is not about revenue mobilization, Fatty.
Okay.
It's not ECG.
But they do have a challenge.
They have challenge, yes. There's challenge with revenue. But what happens to the losses? 5,400 megawatt annually. And a ECG elusi. You see, fuel procurement. Ewo ECG honano is questionable. O kwanyo mufaso e procure fuel e di generate. Look, there are issues. There's even cause a year recovery mechanism is poorly enforced. ECG crew ECG asem and American. And these are the things these all stakeholders in this sector omurizi. And COPEC concluded by saying, say, you cannot continue to pour water on a leaking bucket.
Of course, it's leaking because leaking.
Yes.
Yes.
So if you have not solved the inefficiencies of ECG, Fatty, how then do you come back to the ordinary Ghanaian? Say, come and pay one Ghana cedi on a letter.
ECG. There is GridCo, there is NetCo.
Yes.
There is all the codes.
Yes, there are inefficiencies, but ECG no because or no, and at the final way no, so no na distributor no. Say ECG na distributor, so no na eton. Enti uko uye we nyina ko boka we nyina beto na oba na ukra no wo okwanya amfa so ye wadwuma no. Eye in a way then people will start raising issues. Enye COPEC kwane kasa asemu Institute of Climate and Environmental Governance. ICEG so omonso asemu omonso ka afa we ho a. Omosi levy way is unjust and deeply unfair. Unjust and deeply unfair. They still go back to the same issues with a issue of generation, issue of a distribution, any the issues with ECG, any among someone. The ones that you see, and these are things that would go to affect the ordinary Ghanaian. And they are questioning again and asking, say, the 29 billion Ghana cedi na eda esla account no no then na omodiaye say sika no then na omodiaye ene you come back to ordinary Ghanaian to tax them and 1 Ghana cedi without you solving the inefficiencies of ECG Fati.
Obiba
so look me
hey
it's unfair. Clearly is unfair. And we are making issue of consultation and letting the people know and all that. But what I am saying is that this decision is not popular, and and it's good that even the president admitted say it's not popular. And look, goodwill ewo eni kakra. Goodwill no ebe fade out. And it's too early for this government. They are not even 10 months into their governance. You don't need the goodwill to go. And look, Fatih, me who government appointees are. They are happy. We will pay the 1 cedi. We are happy to pay. We are building a nation. Look, those things. I don't want to be harsh. But those comments are bogus and ridiculous, Fatih. We all know government appointees. We've given them vehicles. We give them coupons. Even sometimes, our friends, any of my relatives, I'm benefited from the coupons that government and the mom. So how then do you pour salt to our injuries and come and say we are happy to pay the 1 cedi? Do you buy fuel? They have go carts when they go unlimited. In fact, it's loaded unlimited. He or she doesn't even care. Only can say the right amount of fuel at the. So those things, look, and politicians, they don't learn. What they criticize 6 months ago or 8 months ago, they are doing the same thing. They are doing the same thing. Government appointees. When MPP appointees, they were robbing Peter to pay Paul, pouring salt to our injuries. They've come and they are doing the same thing. And these were people are on Betran radio, so they will scream heaven and earth. They are back in government and they are doing the same thing. Please, they should spare us some of these things because we know, we've given them vehicles, cars, and omutim. Cars omuchi and yomoka. Yenya ne santo fu ogum. To hear them because you are pretending as if say you are ordinary. Only the ordinary shoemaker and the ordinary obia oton adio pavement. So one and bear the brunt of this 1 cedi. You are behaving as if only say any panel. Me wa only say any panel. You are in a power. You are in a privileged position. So spare us. Keep quiet. Is it difficult for politicians to learn some of these things? That as a bar, unim say affect you be tax affect you, especially 1 cedi affect government appointees. Entino, bia the be affect you say there are people that depend on them. Bia they don't benefit the kind of benefit a omunyano. Entino, enye den ya ojia obi nso ba beji obi. Enti one way or the other, but don't come and pretend and behave as if say I'm happy to pay the 1 Ghana cedi because we have a nation to build. Oh, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's happy morning show no and Augustua Uti no 1 Ghana cedi levy on petroleum products no enkomo and ayedie. Na menkai wants to say other conversation no ebe center on government announcement to say your friend is physically challenged individuals ebenya and I say amount for omedi them and omobe enjoy a year free tertiary education. The other one no a year free first semester and no say not here. But persons with disability, omubenya throughout education period, for tertiary education. You bet sa ade no so ehun komo. But for now, there petroleum product, 1 cedi no, and yedi ho enkomo. Me de dwemu to saying brɛw. Mi wia ye beko ahoma ne so na ye bisaw. Sa 1 cedi dumsor levy woje ne sen woje eje anase woje a enje ye ba sisi a me de dwam to sen prices of commodities on the market no ebebrew se ne be ya wo kodwam a wo hu se ne obesi ahyehye wo ho afa.
So pese otensem we bo twiko breman ewo my kronkron Ghana mu enwompa enim pensem mu eto asomu a ene dabia for kasa fidie ne to happy 98.9 FM na tie the happy morning show efri anopa no nsia ekopem nonkron efri juada ekopem efiada the happy morning show. We are your morning companion.
We are your morning companion and inti ena ya sorry akodwam akobisa nneoma bo ehu eye edwuma ebi ehɔ ye sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a wokɔ dwuma wobɛhu which one to go obi wɔ hɔ kora bi edwa ɛbɛn no ɔmo prices no ɛyɛ but na adwi mu no ebi a medu ɛyɛ another place a ɛhɔ deɛ menim sɛ ɔmo tu nneɛma ba ebi a ɔbɛakɔ du hɔ no na ɛhɔ nneɛma no kora bɔ yɛ de nkyɛn baby ɛbɛn wo no enti ɛnɛ no yɛkɔpie mu ɛwɔ edwa mu no deɛ yɛnyaayɛ ɛna yɛde ɛbrɛ wo yɛhwɛ eburo ɛboɔ maize yɛsan ɛhwɛ gyeene onion ɛboɔ ɛna yɛhwɛ ɛyɛ bɔɔdeɛ plantain nso ɛboɔ na wokɔpie mu ɛwɔ tema station anɔpɛ yi a wobɛnya ɛyɛ eburo olonka no wobɛnya bi 30 cedis wobɛnya bi nso 32 cedis ɛba ne gyeene deɛ a deɛ ɔmo akyekyere wɔ raba mu no wobɛnya bi 20 cedis wobɛnya bi nso ɛwɔ 30 cedis saa so ɛna ɛyɛ bɔɔdeɛ wobɛnya ɛyɛ ebia mmiɛnsa wobɛnya no ɛyɛ 30 cedis ebia woyɛ lucky a wobɛnya an ɛnan 35 cedis ɛwɔ tema station edwa so wokɔpie mu ɛwɔ makola market a the same eburo na no wobɛnya olonka ne ebi 27 cedis ebi nso 30 Ghana cedis jane na ɔmakyekyere ɛwɔ raba mu no wobɛnya bi 20 cedis wobɛnya bi nso 35 cedis ɛba ne bɔɔdeɛ a wobɛtumi enya bɔɔdeɛ ɛnan 30 cedis anaasɛ enum 35 Ghana cedis saa ɛna ɛteɛ ɛwɔ makola market hɔnom na kyerɛ sɛ ɛwɔ makola market no jane no boɔ no ɛwɔ fam kakra ɛkyɛn ɛyɛ tema station saa so ɛna ɛyɛ eburo no boɔ no ɛwɔ fam kakra ɛkyɛn tema station but ɛba no bɔɔdeɛ no deɛ ne nyinaa kusansa the same obiara boɔ egyina 30-35 na afei abɛka market eburo wobɛnya bi 28 cedis anaasɛ 30 cedis for olonka baako ɛno ɛyɛ eburo na yɛtɔ ɛkwanyam ɛde yɛ mmɔre no ai wobɛnya olonka no bi 28 cedis anaasɛ 30 cedis ɛwɔ abɛka market nti na kyerɛ sɛ wohwɛ eburo a makola ɛna ɛhɔ ɛɛfo yie ufi hɔ a na waba abɛka market tema station ne deɛ ɛboɔ no ɛwɔ soro comparatively saa so ɛna jane deɛ wokɔ abɛka market a ɔmo akyekyere wɔ raba mu 30 Ghana ɔmo ne uni 20 cedis asɛm ɔmo ne uni 35 cedis asɛm ɛyɛ 30 Ghana wobɛtɔ a na watɔ saa so ɛna ɛyɛ ɛba no bɔɔdeɛ a ɛhɔnom no deɛ asɛ bɔɔdeɛ no ɔmo kɔ meeting obiara tɔn ne deɛ ɔtɔn me area hɔ pɛ ɛna ɔmo de mmiɛnsa ɛtɔn no 40 cedis wokɔpie mu ɛwɔ abɛka market a wobɛnya bɔɔdeɛ no wobɛnya ebia ɛnan anaasɛ mmiɛnsa anaasɛ enum depending on the size no wobɛnya bi 30 cedis wobɛnya bi 35 Ghana cedis enti na bɔɔdeɛ no deɛ ɛasɛ yɛ across board baby a wobɛkɔ biara 30 cedis 35 cedis 30 cedis 35 cedis for mmiɛnsa ekosi enum depending on ɛyɛ size of bɔɔdeɛ no sɛnea ɛteɛ enti saa na ɛteɛ a yɛde ɛyɛ edwam ɛte sɛn no ɛde abrɛ wi enti wokɔ dwam a prices no ɛna yɛabobɔ so akyerɛ no wokɔ ana wahu sɛnea wobɛtumi ahyehyɛ wo nneɛma na wotumi edi dwa yie kama petroleum levy aba yagye atum it's approved enti no yɛbɛhyɛ aseɛ agye wokɔtɔ 1 liter of fuel biara wobɛtua 1 cedi ɛwɔ mu wobɛhu sɛ cars no ebiara ne tetɔ wo fele wo tanka how much anaasɛ how many liters you will need obi liter ɛnyɛ obi liter nti ɛyɛ different nti ebia wokɔ fele wo car na sɛ wo car no 10 liters o sɛ 5 liters o sɛ 50 liters o whatever no per liter biara no wobɛtua so 1 cedi nti saa ɛna ɛteɛ as far as a year levy no is concerned and a year bisa Ghana for and now we say happy kasi eboa ye frɛ a year transport unions ni bibisa almost say how do you feel no say na adan muka che say petrol bo aba from dollar aba from to spare parts for ebo aba from ni ade enti yan so yan tete lorry first so yate so a afa dem mo sign the 1 cedi as afa baby aba abehim ade ekura no ebi mo yesi yan so 15% ebi mo ati so 50 pesos omo mpe percentage no nti aban so say no wanka say me the 5% eba me the 2% or say 1 cedi nti saa enete Muso musen Ghana for wo yes a levy abeya ye 1 Ghana D levy aba number wo betimi afra no pay 05515639116 and a 0555657278 ofra ye bejo so na wa kire wa adwen me pa cho ka D levy ho asem embeka asem foforo D levy ho asem na ye ken muma yen having komo no kama. Hello, good morning. Mbacholo wa radio no.
Good morning, Napa. And I'm today.
Yami adom minti you.
You made it for any fine camera Canada and so too.
Yo.
I mean, Chairman, I diamond or something. I mean, Gina Secretary, Kudia, Punkum, you are in Canada. I mean, never. I'll send this for man kind of France and Ghana for. How much of a forfeit to what I see you? Say I have for you. Better fact, you didn't say it didn't. One of my chairs, the first rubber form. In the end, first, near to the matter for trade. The next chrono, and Yakatasha, a person on a don't have the parliament for entrance and passing Ramon. Because parliament, who was it a day? I didn't know for saying when I call parliament, majority for them passing Mamma. That's what planning to be a little bit. Yeah, I'm some of the nobody like the Matum count. So I'm a for the main saboteur. But people one solid. And the fellow I'm saying to because somebody have to so. Because we think that woman do salary you go to. Now maybe I better tell you, me from Costa Rica, now signing count. Maybe I mean, 1% never come and do that. 1% never come and do that. The best of us, 1 liter, I walk 1 gallon beer, which is 4 cities in the Dasso. It's a mission 4 gallons a day. How many percent is the media?
Me ba cho uchi kana.
Me taxi driver.
We taxi driver.
Yes.
Enti wo car no a day wo to sen.
A day me to 300 cities. For fuel.
Okay.
It's the government got some metal. What I say, make me be because I'm where. First time, Babby, become a Mr. Casano. So it's no person me want to now the one out. It's me toss up, it's a bit next day. A day I spend almost 100 cities at the map and not my total area about you. I thought Dr. Mesa talk and you may talk about Minister, I'm going in the country of mine. Yes, I don't care about
yen so ye da se unso obetumi afre yen ewo numbers no 0551563916 me pa cho lower radio no.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
Mr. Seki Madina.
Imbacho within
Medin de John, Mr. Seki Madina. Man, no, so when Chano no Kasaka Bedeno for 3 years ago, 4 years ago, the MPP Bayan Wana. Yes, so my full acquaintance minto. More MPP for Nakamuku Kasasa full acquaintance minto. And the end is Abanasa Yapu once, Yamuku Kasaka. Mimaka Mahama raised Manapo, 50 Ghana, once it is 10 years. Also 50 Ghana more fans. Dr. Clenham no ye did okay, minim the no pasoka. Minim the no pasok or come with Yassi. Yet your mind you may be in your mind, another who pay all the best center. You may be a ye secret butcher best and ye be the Yashi Busiano. Who by what they will have about Toso. When you may be our best center, who need no better sports bet rule. No see a deal or so what you share womb. Said it. Then if I'm not be or the one to that tour, would you know Casaka degree? Mommy, Mofaya Miyajima, why, Madam?
Yan so ye da se unso betumi afre yen ewo 0551573916 and 0555657278. Hello, good morning.
Ati.
Yes.
Lafia.
Lafia lo.
Ni asakura ni the mouthpiece of Abuse Central.
But you too.
I'm so here on Abu Jilazida, in Tanzania, ni MP. Honorable Letif. But it be so. One see this year, more beside the living in the so a better on one beside. Because my people a cabinet on it to say a can floor. Say, more take it. A can see any abandoned way neighbor can a tour. Abandoned neighbor, a can a tour. With the say a can a tour.
Sampa media me kebo mo hon se mu ye shishim se yampa e kana e wo hon ne pe se ye kanu na sana be kafa because yet me tina o ma bibia obi de boka okọ a enu anu na kada ho ya na betia obi ya boka tu ho ya na betia ebi obi na betia mai nje ma ye dada ye hu because politics you ebi ma ya ama politics na ye time obi aboboka na ewo hon e kan na obo ya ye betia kene be na betia ye be obi ya ti wo pe na discan infanti ana say ya na be na dia tia ka ni pato patimunyo e ya mpate ebimu na eboka etu honu na ye pe say etu honu mu a obi na mi eduma
ye da say wonso ofra na wa kire wa adwen kama your numbers no 05515639116 and 0555657278. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Party.
Meet you.
And of my mintia or you may phone, you know.
Yeah, Joso.
Party, me person you with my wife, my Ghana.
Okay.
So, for me, this to Ghana, who said, and then be back for Kamka. You can't come by film, what does it? From who event saying, or my penny that runs your children baby. Not better so. Every show I'm very for Bresso. Every one penny for Bresso, I want penny that I'm most and one penny Mamma Bresso. And Sana to Quado, a bad idiot. Check mine. A bad pain for Monica. Check mine. Open Obiana Mana and a cat on a cat on. That's when you better get a career. One of my about 60 years in Ghana or a nickel with a cat or Mamma, as one of our two ska. It's Jackie Sap, a nipper and the son. I say, I'm a woman and 7 term. Check my Ghana home. Yes, for a while, I'll say holiday. In so many I would have duty. And then turn what I say, the cat and I got a movie. Because I said, for poverty, no be as I got a post my young friend.
Yes, yeah, that's same. Also, Frana, watch your wadring, ewo, and Koma Yetri, and 1 Ghana cedi. Ye de ato per liter of fuel, Alberto. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Emma.
Yo, but you didn't be out for you.
Within the maximum for Fitama. You. Yes, sure, NDC no back aside on tofu. As Uncle Tofu and Nivea. Uncle Bon say, one seed nom there to some is capable.
BFM
98.9. And I want seed. And they say, how many liters are better with here? What I say, we had the DIA politics of memoir. It's not Ghana young cosum. The DIA politics. I don't know no credit that I yanka. Say, Kadaho, I can't want the tour. Mahama first coming, a cowboy tour, and a cakitua. The first coming no by an echo bottle, a cakitua. Everything about a catu, everything about catu. To me, I can't enjoy politics now, and yet, I didn't and yet, 11 and yet, young to that D11 I buy yet. Say, I did 11 to my D11 yen to me into Musa. Oh, but I also do so no, that do so no, and I'll bet taxi or do so home. What's it do so new? Now, do so near what I now bet taxi or do so. I know me, I cannot quench say when you're home. No, my name Cosso.
Now, me patch also doom so or I will be home. You do more light.
98.9.
You do more light. But no, back at you, doom so new. Into now, yeah, do so the cayenne. You said doom so. The over catch yourself so be any no more. Now, doom so no, back at you, do so no, but now let taxi or doom so. This is a big problem. One out there 2 months for them say, oh, it's a problem. See, no one woman I solve it. You better was it. They had the punk and I do about Obako. Yes, I do. I won't move your money. They had the pan officer young and I do. And I'll be yes, I do. I'll move your money. My kind of question when you no my name.
So when you say Parliament, or move me echo Jinema money both bears at 2 a.m. Yano, that's a show.
Say, and ya depends on the quan I don't know. I had the bank, I saw the quan of Palna, no more come once a man or more. And ya depends on the quan I don't know, Koyeno. Officer this year and Tino quan I don't know, Koyeno. And they say I did that. You better say the Bileviaba.
Happy FM 98.9.
That's it. Yes, yeah, that's it. Mefa a year 2 more calls na fe no. Yenda ne ye ho eba na ya to aso. Hello, good morning.
Honorable.
Yes.
Honorable na pen na me asum dwen kan.
Nka unso.
We well ni abema nana amwako a me kasa fi esuboy o ayensu an constituency. Bajo me ama di nyina sifa osha ho.
Sifa eshe ho.
Mete ne nka ato.
Oshe ho pa.
Yo. Paminchia eye our incoming organizer our Kanako Central. Ye ni ai ene fe radio so. Eye Abiola. Okoko conference organizer our Kanako Central. Terminal so among kan. Na mention na pay so incoming national organizer of MPP. And a key we will be a channel of small demand MPP party. Honorable. And ne fuera and ne ye 4 series 50 pesos after so our gallon.
Anya gallon per liter. Per liter.
The pacho 4.5 and 1 gallon. The other 1 series times 4.5 saying.
Ubenya 4 cities 50 pesos.
4 cities 50 pesos. Nana me make calculate no. Me na na o cross onim liter onim gallon. You can gallon wa kira wo. And aban we buy no. O say dumuso eni ho. Obama Ghana for hu atom. And of $1 above from the Adrama for the Tom Lolo Friends. So, never that for Tom Lolo Friends, you na and I do the Suma Ubia Dano. Obeka say, what the 4 cities 50 pesos at to Gallon Bia Swa out of a lot like this whole bra. Not only your man and Nini. You have got the extra 8 good years. Yehu Dumuso, baby, I met our Tabola Laji. And you may be every 3 years beer you do like. Every 3 years beer you do like. Tumusa ba na man come to what do so be a my maybe true say sa containers nanka e yira o port na e ya yira nanka and this is for e fa control sa ko to show mo na aye yiro and we twa wo sa be we ba o the person we so de general for yan ntum na anyuntum china because me to fuel gallon 1 gallon now for 50% na to so ma me fa ko na ska ba na me be ko ba ko shebe re me ma sika ben na be ko fie akko shebe re me ma o $1 ba from why ya de Put in the papa, I'm $1 back from Yemo, Yemo, not a cow, and I didn't do be a dano. Where are you, Robino? You're the mama, L4 Mangaco, Robert Ghana, Gonna be a catch them with them. More Tom, color TV, I got black and white, I can't mind here, and a down. Oi, my lady, Fido, and the dealer Viaba. The dealer, no more, the composite, ye live now, we free. Me betting tax, mean trap bet, mean trap betting tax, Manasso Pasubia. COVID-19 levy now to be Uber 1 million. What a better player so. Away, and I give that same way, you can't wait for. Omo Robu Moon Cabin Chelo Mama said, Quanoria Namusono, Ye Subuyamu, can afford children no, where I'm always here. Stop to the cool mamma with the talking I had the move. A woman queen, Nagana Yakatan Montia. Yeah, I'm a shim of their shimnum. Only Smith and Simino. The Fennica Cabecobia, as some person in the channel.
Enka unso home da se afi yenko ahomane so na mene Reverend Dr. Wolanyo Menson oye economist asema ye kan nyina no obi be feel say oh electricity asem but then na effect na sa new levy abey 1 Ghana cedi per liter e de ebeba ye economy no so as far as amount for purchasing power any ade concerned. Menko ahomane so na mene Reverend Enkasa nope. Good morning, Reverend. Good morning, Reverend.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us anope ewo happy morning show no eso.
Good afternoon.
Yo. Me pancha ye pese ye ti ase. Amanfo ebi mu eni age. Omo say ye hia sika oman no etumi e de aye edwuma. Especially with what Abine kase neni so ade hunu eye. And I said the purpose of this particular levy no ebi muso kase there be some particular levy ne boy ding and ebe ha manfo me pacho as an economist no impact no positive any negative there one he na outweigh ne yonko.
Good morning to our cherished listeners. By and large, you realize that government is committed in developing the local economy. Now, when we say developing the local economy, you need some level of resources
And to these resources, it's quite difficult for the governments to be able to raise these resources. And there is a need for us to look at inwards approach. And so we need to look within the economy, the local economy, and how best we can be able to raise revenue.
Okay.
And I believe the surest way government can do that is to look at the petrochemical products. So being gas oil, gasoline, and its allied commodities. And the government believes that if we've been able to commit ourselves to paying one extra cedis in addition to whatever we are paying for a liter of either gas oil or gasoline, this will go a long way in generating enough revenue to solve the challenges that are associated with the petrochemical industry, especially in terms of energy and power generation. So it's a commitment that we all need to make. But I think that if government wants Ghanaians to take these policies serious, then we should be able to create a separate account where these revenues should go into such an account, and we know that we'll be able to use these resources for the intended purpose. Without that, then it's really going to be quite problematic because government will end up adding these resources to the consolidated fund, where we will not be able to establish the issues of accountability. So there is a need for government to establish or create new accounts where these funds will be credited so that we will all be able to monitor its utilization.
Do you think that this sort of special purpose levy, because government, like I said, or they require a particular thing, no, was the right approach? And as you think the government is just looking for money for every and other things? If
you look at the energy sector, especially in terms of having adequate power supply in order to support industries, there's no way that you can develop the industrial sector without power or energy. And so once the power sector is having crisis or challenges, instability, then there is a need for us to stabilize the power sector, and that will be a motivation for industry. And so it's a sacrificial stage where we've seen ourselves, and it's a journey of no returns. But as I said, government needs to put accountability measures in place. So definitely, the government really needs this money. It's not just necessarily you just want to spend money. So government really needs this money, and we can't continue borrowing. You also need to come to the point of realization that Ghana is under the IMF control because of its conditionalities pursuant to its bailout. And so we are limited to borrowing. So we need to sometimes look at within the domestic market and also sometimes to compel the citizens to be able to contribute their quota. So I think it's more or less like calling the citizens to make a sacrifice.
There was e-levy, and that was removed. And Yakofa sa new taxi abe. Do you think, say, a buying approach and also a buying decision to tax petroleum products, in the scheme of things, and the best avenue are binding in here?
I think it's quite problematic when the politicians sometimes play on the minds and the intelligence of innocent citizens, because there was no need for us to abolish the e-levy. If you look at how the world is going, definitely the world is moving towards a digital economy, and there is a need for us to be able to leverage on the digital economy and reprofile the country. So if we are able to take the lead of reprofiling the digital economy vis-a-vis the e-levy, so why do you reverse it? Simply because there is change of government. And so sometimes you need to separate political promises from that of technical and professional policies that really help us to develop this country. So in the first instance, there was no need for us to cancel the e-levy at all.
What other revenue generating avenues do you think, say, government able to meet in any ashe?
Well, the surest other way government can do is property tax. So we can reprofile the country that those who have landed property can pay like maybe 50 cities a year per annum.
Okay.
And those who are building properties can pay like 100 cities per annum. And I think other African countries will come and borrow from Ghana if we are been able to succeed in doing that, because that also needs a strong, robust digitization. So the previous government has started that digitization agenda, which we think if the current government also take it serious, it's really going to help them in the national planning.
Okay.
So we need to look at the property tax. And I think if you look at Sherman, Accra, Dawinya, Afienya, Dudua, Chimota, its environs, all the way to Kaswa and Cliff alone. If everybody is to pay 50 cities on their lands, plot of land, definitely that will be any other revenue that any country can generate.
Okay. Thank you very much, Reverend, for your time this morning.
I'm equally grateful.
Thank you. Mene Reverend Dr. Walanyo Mensa, or economist, and oni achunkomo afa a year levy abay 1 cedi on a year per liter of a year petroleum petrol amount for a dihu abubui. Yen sanko ahomane so na yene Mr. Emmanuel Jan Ansa, Institute of Climate and
call will be recorded.
Environmental Governance entering komo enfa a year same 1 cedi per liter and komo ya yedi ehu. Good morning, Mr. Ansa.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeda say wabeka yensa. Institute of Climate and Environmental Governance. Me pacho 1 cedi. Mojo enhu saying.
Yedi kai mechia motive for no. 1 cedi for 1 liter no. Anka ewo fine paso die anka enye, but time ban ena nsem kakra won. Yedi kan ede or how ebeto a driver for so mechanic into say a driver need to fuel 20 liters a day yen susuke, meaning obetia 20 Ghana cedis a day.
Okay.
Odita ebubomo for the whole month or to tackle 5,000 plus. The kind of Eddie or how bread driver for now say Eddie or how bread driver for so citizens and now passengers are use cars no yes so you won't be cheering because driver for on so or move to fame.
Okay. Yes.
There also be me say anka abino my timeline you say oh ye chiano busumi sia afi baako yes Ghana for me say what by a bit maka oh afi baako ye edaw ye be sacrifice ya unka near the man but abina my sa you need timeline ya so ye chia afi busumi sia ye chia afi no ye ni and also a counter dumsor levy and kofokano ebe ha omangana.
Okay.
So that
you na me pachonka o susun ya aban ko betimi de nani ahwe baby fufura na
baby wa on betimi de levy atoto so a ebeboaye ba ni levy mi gidi say afiwe amu yetu electricity tariff so 14.75%. See, what to electricity tariff so now ode 1 cedi ebeka 1 liter so ebeha the normal Ghanaian, the normal Ghanaian or use electricity, cancel use fuel. Yanka or mobile media share different places, but fuel on it here at the hard because as a the year Kosovo, Ghana, the near fuel. Hairdresser, the light go off on your fuel out of the generating power generator. So the year asset is connected to fuel in one way or the other.
Make I say E-levy by no na ye ka say 1.75 no esundodo ema ye di ho abobo wa ma afi de entiso ebe mu. Do you think say bia aban ete yesa 1 cedi so eba to say bia 20 pesos and 50 pesos and 10 pesos po de ahohahan kakra ebebre omanfo?
Me da say aban no all party out bill no say anka only a driver for any omo use fuel bebre no e di nkomo am sure anka ombeba standpoint at a reasonable price. Anything and now the driver for 1 feet no more no. So obi use 50 liters a day or 50 cedis a day. If you are one good to Yanka only a driver for and a stakeholders, one comes a stakeholders in and to only a moment who say, oh, you perceive lady at 1 liter so and he now omunia bubu no buy yanka. Me sure say we nyama ekoso about dumsor living anka ebeko to see.
Okay.
That's it.
Me pacho does it make policy sense to say bia sanka fuel no first no na woton no 16 cedis and enhihye papa aba world mark prices aba from emma fuel no aba bedu 12 cedis and 12 cedis ni na sa ban e de 1 cedi to liter so ba ko a anka se anka boni bi ani ho. Does it make a policy sense?
Yeah, anka boni bi ani ho say ya to fuel so from 16 cities to 11 cities as you rightly said. You do want to be account, but you come human beings and anipa maybe you adapt to changes. We don't adapt to changes that easily. If yanka omo to omo boa sente anka sanka omo ni stakeholders e di nkomo ka omo mre ke to mo pass 11 we amount do go to omo 2 liter no so but anytime to amount for stakeholders no engine nkomo and no na aba bring it back and forth of this argument on dumsor living.
Okay. Mpacho final words na afi yemfa enkomo twetwe no ensi wa ha.
My final words, me say, with the government or buying or just on my clear timeline for the bill. Say, Chiano, afe niya, and I Chiano, Bosumi, Chiano, if Ghanaians will be willing to sacrifice for that duration and get no other boy in as a country.
I know payment so me that say only Eddie sa enkomo yi. Me that say have a nice day. Mene Emmanuel John Ansah, a policy analyst, Institute of Climate and Environmental Governance, and a train sankomo. In fact,
what is a me come as when me bo mudin e won semwa o maka ho. Asemo kan wi ya it was part of me no time ye me the entire mamoso. There's no timeline to this
yes.
So it can be said it will last for 4 years, 5 years. Not that's all. And the earlier a year your guest and then Kasayano and also raise the issue of consultation or raise the issue of a hifa and a sikano echo. And I raised this in the morning. I raised it in the morning, said currently per the year general fati consolidated funding and yen nyina nim say necessary omoko striking omosika na omopeno consolidated fund money free ba aban expenditure nyina if the sinking fund and no one consolidated fund. The reason why a bit more refer to it as a sinking fund is that she can only 2 months. And also is for a specific purpose. And it's a specific purpose there. And then enko a specific accounting. Na skaya obeji nyina no. Echo consolidated accounting is the reason why I think say finance minister no epe sika I spend ne budget no or piska e dey spend ne budget no onya enti no let me hardly udimrika ententemwa ena under certificate of agency even that is problematic certificate of agency e kire se ye hia de ni en ochine ya enti e free na ya start ejiji o no but these are issues I've raised if free and nyina be see en fati these are issues I've raised and I'm surprised that you don't see say this levy is highly insensitive on Ghanaians and I'm surprised that Fati, you of all people, you don't see this as very insensitive, very unpatriotic to many Ghanaians. In fact, many suffering Ghanaians. Last week, and I mean, you say, you see, dinner and I appreciate because Ghana for from 2021, it see some part of 2023. Ghana for kwa him ti afi nanka Ghana for ne ho ebe hiha om kakra no sa time no ene ye de 1 Ghana cedi abeto petroleum product and fati ade a yen kan ne se enye diesel ene petrol nko law ne se on petroleum products yes enti oil ya yadigu ye engine mu ni ade nyina eno so nyina akoto 1 liter ubetua 1 cedi ewo so enti eye nkrofo se
500 ml
na still out na
and the auto 500 minimum be 11 buy no or they will cut 200 cedis on the best and do 50 or china best and do 50
na say 11 ni ba empon ye nya wesa na ye di vedi because metimi ko gina me se wo de deposit to my account na menyi se no de wo ya me ko a na me me pese me ko ya na maje phone na kuta me ko a me se madam we de me pese me de to my account so na me de to my account so na ye timi yesa ba we de beto kokumuma ye ntimi nyi ye hu mfiri mu wo ba bia be fa bia ya yero eye nkrofo se eye petrol ni diesel nko ada bi all petroleum eye product enti okoto gasoline the friend engine oil digu ni nyina obetua ewo ho and this is insensitive. This government I think said they should rethink the 1 cedi no sen come here enough consultation come be catch them say ada na mbia yenye ni 50 pesos and now the start crowd with 30 pesos nanka the next year na bia they are 50 nanka ye tumusa na we there 1 boom 1 cedi what if 1 cedi na beje no enye enough to clear the supposedly
why you think they did not sit to think about why did they arrive at 1 cedi no
they can come back and come and tell us anye enough to yen fenko 2 cedis they are politicians.
Obi ba me da say happy morning show na ugusu a wutie yenda ne ye ho enje yen krato ye ba ye betua ye dwumedie no so amawo
Chiko Bremai, ewo my kronkron Ghana mu. Enyompa, enim pensem mu eto asomu a, ene dabia. For kasa fidie ne to Happy 98.9 FM. Na tie the Happy Morning Show. Efri anopa no nsia, ekopem nonkron. Efri juada, ekopem efiada. The Happy Morning Show. We are your morning companion. Etoda, wo kontimi do champagne pa. Nanso, wusike kura wo no. Na ye juice ene betumi ato. So pese wo kura mre kura sika. Na udwumadi a wudie, wonu mu a wonim dwumadi no. Etimi dima wo ewo bra wode emfidie a esefata edi dwuma ne dia. Ene ha ho kura. Izanza E-Productions. Ya be sort you out. Frey, so open studio and production equipment rental. Emfidie a ye di twa sene ahodo nyina no. Ye betumi dibia famo. Corporate and social videography. Se we do dwumabie a wo pese wo twen egun homa so. Frey TV commercials, sɛ wotɔn wo nneɛma na apɛ sɛ amanfo ehunu ɛwɔ akasamfoni soɔ. Frɛ yɛn. Documentaries, frɛ yɛn. Photography, ɛne live streaming, sɛ wotwa mfoni kama paa. Anaasɛ wodi dwuma bie na apɛ sɛ brɛkuro no mu a obi biara etimi hunu. Frɛ yɛn. Why nyom na apɛ sɛ oyɛ nyom no ho akasamfoni a frɛ yɛn. Jingle, IVR, any voiceover production, frɛ yɛn. Short and long film, frɛ yɛn. Yɛtɛtɛfon homanie 0242 755 323 ana 0302 254 858 anaasɛ hwehwɛ yɛkyerɛ kwan yɛwɔ Asylum Down yɛbɛn Happy 98.9 FM. E-Productions, capture the moment.
Hey, na Dua Sudia Herbal Clinic. Sa wasa yare easily sa.
Dua Sudia Herbal Clinic. Na aven watu wa monka. Honema ni yare, sunsumu yare. Yare kwankro. Ya wasa no ho no. Yesi bini.
Mekuma yare na ye kwankro. Ana bi mu kra de ahye beyie. Oduru ho a doctor ne de ahaban gu ni komu a munum ho ara hwem. Ya wenya na yare sa.
Chese instant healing.
Mesewo.
Ayare sa obabi o.
Dua Sudia Herbal Clinic.
Wo yare no. Doctor Ohenebo Fori e de fasoro na ansa wo de befa fom. Chese ekwan bia so yare antimi nwane emfiri nanim.
Dua Sudia Herbal Clinic.
E bayal semu an wa ben seja wa ben wo hye. Kuma se wa brepo broni krom. Fra ho 0248 427 998. Ena kasoa breku 0246 35 47 47.
Akrobato me kanfo Dua Asudua Herbal Center. Wa ohia bi abra. Ekoyie.
Sɛ wopɛ sɛ wote nsɛm ɛbɔ twi kɔbrɛman ɛwɔ man kronkron Ghana mu ɛnwom pa ɛne mpɛnsɛmpɛnsɛmu ɛtɔ aso mu a ɛne ɛda bia fo kasafidie no to Happy 98.9 FM na tie the Happy Morning Show ɛfiri anɔpa no nsia ɛkɔpem nɔnkron ɛfiri dwoada ɛkɔpem efiada. The Happy Morning Show, we are your morning companion.
Come back to the Happy Morning Show on Happy 98.9 FM. Yeah, did you make no eba the we ye na answer na mesore so no. Menkai will say soccer bet aba amount. Soccer bet omo enomako akofa eye soccer chance ede abreyen na their opportunity no ede ma wane say. So wopɛ sɛ uwini ewa bra wetwa eye bet on 10 or more matches. Na odds no eye 1.30 or higher. Na game baako asay, but still na no utumi cash out 3 times a year. Sika na udi try any dia any soccer chance. Soccer chance ewo soccer bet so uko na uko download the eye app na. Now with the debia no soccer chance yeah because say wulusu. Because with soccer chance, you know, even when you lose, you win. Because se match baako essaya, utimi enya reward 3 times a year your stake, you know. Inti sa NTA soccer bet ede a year soccer chance abreyen ewo Ghana ha. Amanfo ede eji omudin ye pa. But obiba say minority leaders am na ene de pa inti no person ti answer yakọ inti no munsumu ntie bi.
We in this chamber, we are politicians. The clerks at table, they are not. So when we are doing our politics, we do our politics. I'm happy the clerk has just entered. The cameramen, when the majority leader was on his feet, they are only focusing on him. If a cameraman would deliberately take, when I've taken my leg out of my shoe, Mr. Jetro, let your cameraman know that if they want to play politics with a camera, we will not take kindly to it. Yes, Mr. Speaker, if they would now be taking our legs, why is it that when he goes to the majority leader, he's only focusing on the upper part of his body? If the cameraman will be doing partisan politics, then he must be in caution. Mr. Speaker, I had momentarily taken my legs off my shoe. Then he zoomed the camera down to take it. Mr. Speaker, I will speak on some of these things because today it may be me, tomorrow it may be you. It is not right because I was in pain and I removed my legs from my shoe. How come I'm debating? You decided to only zoom down. Mr. Speaker, we should It's me. Mr. Speaker, why? No. Mr. Speaker, I will speak to it. If we do not check some of these things, tomorrow they will deliberately zoom on your phone and spy on what you are reading. They must be told that they should do their work professionally.
Father's Day, Eba. Now this Father's Day, Happy FM is celebrating extraordinary men in our lives. Say our single father, stepfather, father figures. One uncle, Dina Musa Papa. Ya de papa ya hero Ebrel. Me bache ya pese ya tell stories. And your ma papa o father figure o stepfather ayama. Ah, what's now na o dwen ho a wo say me papa ya hero. Me pacho dia wo so ya na say. O back on WhatsApp now I record the voice notes with a story that makes your father your hero, no. Now they are sending me an 0538 591314. WhatsApp 0538 591314. Now the papa your hero, no am I? Oh, shall say I'll say me papa your hero. A son say. Ewa brana me papa ombo no my. Na me mami enya papa fufuro ware no. Mr. Father. So obi anchira sa papa enya no na wo me a. Wunji ndi because o hwe ye pa. Ye da na koma so. Me papa ye say de bia me kaya me say me papa ye hero. Now I was sent. Now their brain was 0538591314. Now they be on the bebo a voice note or any gem regime so with KB. Now what would the end be they know? Sada na munmu honoma. Your best send do a year airtime. Wait to me the BHR calls say the be at your data. Now for no every week be announced no. The ane the pano. Your package kama be a debe mano. Now for voices ni na ke kabo ma winners of the week no. Na ye choose mu ba ko no ne papa no e na ye ba be hye ne numonyam. Ye ba be ana a yes our father no. With hamper kesiye pa munyoma bebre. Now imagine pass help papa ja unim se fathers unim dia ye omo ye. Who okotcho am say daddy I love you cry na am say o so jama bibi ye me dey free me so. Because as a Ghanaian parent no say I love you and now say why ye omo. Na o papa beti say we dey na pa wa ato eye radio so. We will not stress the one akumem. But on to menka. It all pleasant. And to me, Pacha record the voice, and this Siana send the brain. Nayembo ewo enije mreso. Happy FM's Papa your hero because great fathers deserve to be celebrated. Me Pacha Tovila Water Solutions, a leader in the field of water engineering. Omo decades of experience. Uko bebia omo purification here top notch biana. Ube be say me no mo say Tovila for na ye. Tovila Water Solutions say nsuo no upe wo fie, upe wo adwuma, upe wo asore. Upe wo community bia mo pe borehole. Ni nyina Tovila ebe combine omo long history of expertise with innovative technology at the amount. Now omo etumi ama nsuo krojen a enida ho a wutumi eyusu de enwema bebre. Mesra Tovila Water Solutions Eden Semde and Sempa Ebebrel into Koswana de Biano TA Happy 98.9 FM. Me pacho aha and I day happy morning show no ABCA. Ye better was Simidin de Fatisha Iboali. Mene Prince Poakwa Yim Brown. Joel Sanko. Isaac Adai. B Brown. Reynald Ajiman. Kwa Joseph Dankwa and Ananamu Aku Jr. And I did you media no ebrewo. Up next, Happy Sports.